Welcome to the televised rebroadcast of Henderson Lions football on TCA Cable Channel 10. Tonight's broadcast utilizes the live play-by-play coverage of KGRI FM radio from last Friday night's football game. Coming up just before the televised kickoff are interviews with the opposing team's head coach and Henderson Lions head football coach and athletic director, Dennis Alexander. Tonight's televised broadcast of Friday Night Football is brought to you by Citizens National Bank of Henderson, Peterson's Home Furnishings, Henderson Memorial Hospital, the law offices of Welborn, Houston, Atkinson, Mann, Sadler, and Hill, East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated, First Baptist Church of Henderson, People's State Bank, Smith Chevrolet Oldsmobile Cadillac, Henderson Brick, a division of Boral Bricks, and Henderson Tire and Custom Wheel.
And support for life's turning points.
And welcome to Henderson Lions Stadium as your Lions set to take on the Mount Pleasant Tigers. The Lions 3-0 on the year after beating Maceo Smith last week, 47-0. The Tigers come into town 0-3 after dropping a 15-9 decision last week to Commerce. I'm Charles Witt alongside Bobby Briscoe and Charlie Franklin. Thanks for joining us, as always, here on the Voice of the Lions, KGRI. And, of course, remember to tune in this week on TCA Cable. 3 times this week you can tune in and watch the game and see all the great highlights, as it should be a good one, as Mount Pleasant always plays Henderson tough. As last year, Henderson won the regular season game, but Mount Pleasant got on a little bit of a streak at the end of the year, more than a little bit of a streak.
Yeah,
Charlie.
they really did.
They really went on quite a streak and won 2 games in the playoffs before losing to the eventual state champion.
That's right. And last week they lost to Commerce, and in case anybody doesn't know about Commerce, they're just about number 2 in the state in 3A. They are one of the toughest 3A teams around. You talk about Dangerfield, Tatum, and some of those tough 3A teams. Well, you can put Commerce just maybe a step above them this year because they are an outstanding team. So, and they get better every week. And it's going to be a good football game. It's going to test our kicking game. Our kicking game so far has really held up. I hope it holds up tonight, particularly our punting game, because there's going to be some punts tonight because there's going to be some ball exchanges, and punting game will have a lot to do with this outcome this game. And the field goal. Both teams got a real good field goal kicker. Last week, Clayton Kirsch really established himself as a real threat, as y'all talked about in your pregame with Coach Alexander. And Mount Pleasant's got a good field goal kicker. So field goal could be a big part of this ball game tonight, too.
Charlie, you were out on the field earlier, and, of course, we got some pretty good rain this week. How did it feel out there? Is that going to be a factor tonight?
Well, the field's in perfect condition, I'll tell you. It's just the rain really helped it, you know.
Yeah.
It softened it a little bit, and it's just really in great shape.
You know, we had 3 games on it last night, and it really looks in great shape. The crew, Billy Alexander and his guys, really got out there and got to work on it last night and got it looking great. But I did see a couple of places out there where some big cuts caused some divots, but I knew you were out on it, and that's the reason I was wondering what you thought.
I see the referees are here. I don't know where this crew's from now. Do y'all have any idea? I don't recognize any of them.
I didn't recognize any of them. I see Mount Pleasant, they're back out now, and they're underneath their goal on the south end of the stadium. And the Lions are standing over here in between the 2 lines, the victory line, as we like to call it, of our Lionettes waiting to come out. And here come the Tigers are coming out now, and they're going to go through their banner over on the far side. And
Pretty good
as soon as they
banner.
get through, I'll guarantee you the Lions are going to come out and go through their victory banner also.
It's a great sight and a great night for football. Speaking of more football, last night I always like to check in on the junior varsity and sophomores. Sounds like we had good success again this week, as they both came out victorious.
Charlie, do you remember the scores?
I think our junior varsity won by a score of 21-7. Here comes the Henderson Lions on the field. You'll hear a roar in the background as the fans come to the feet to welcome the blue-clad Lions in their home uniforms. And our 2 9th grade teams won. 8th grade won 2 of the 3, so we won 4 out of 5 last night.
Not a bad result as the Lions getting pumped up on the sideline. The crowd, like Charlie said, on its feet. It's a great sight. Oh, I love this weather, guys. This is the time of year that I really love it. It's football season. It's fall. It's one of the prettiest times of the year. I know It really brings back a lot of memories, and a lot of memories going to be set here tonight as we get ready now for the national anthem, brought to you, of course, by the Henderson Lions Band, under the direction of Ronnie Ferguson, always doing a great job. Again, a great job by the Henderson Lions Band under the direction of band director Ronnie Ferguson, his assistants Tony Hale, Andrew Furr, Jimmy Yancey, Lynn Cooper, and Tommy Moore. And just like I think we mentioned it last week, Bobby, when they start practicing those drums in pregame, I mean, we're probably some of the only people here. The crowd files in a little bit later, but that just gets your blood pumping.
It really does. It gets you anxious and nervous and gets you up on edge, and you get fired up and excited and ready to play. You know, several years ago, back when I was a kid, SMU's band was called the $1 Million Band. I'll guarantee you what, that down there sounds like $1 million. They're as strong, and they play as well as any band in the country.
That was several years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, Charles, back when I was a kid. Hey, speaking of being several years ago, whose birthday's today?
We have time
happy
to sing
birthday,
happy
Charlie.
Birthday.
Hey, Johnny Appleseed's birthday.
Yeah, oh, it's your birthday.
39
years,
years,
I forgot about
39
that.
years old, man.
39?
How about that? Incredible.
Yeah.
Don't look a day older than 38 to tell me.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
As always.
I don't feel a day over 68. I mean,
well, happy birthday.
thank you.
We kind of
Had a big day.
celebrated today.
Had a big day. We had a big day at the middle school. A lot of people came by. A lot of people wore black for me. They really, you know, I get a lot of respect over there.
Charlie, we got some captains going out
You
here.
sure do.
My goodness.
For the Henderson Lions tonight, the 4 co-captains are number 50, Justin Mayfield, 21, Kenyatta Neal, 44, Jeremy Blanton, and number 84, I believe that's Kanan Wilhite. So that'll be the captains tonight for the Lions, meeting the 4 co-captains for Mount Pleasant. We just mentioned a minute ago, the refereeing crew is here. I do not know where they're from, but we're going to find out pretty quick here.
I'm sure we're in capable hands.
Oh, yes. Charlie,
there's not any wind at all.
No wind at all, and very, very still. Last 2 home games we have received from the north end. I'm sure if the Lions win the toss, we'll do it again. And Mount Pleasant might defer if they win because they like that defense.
And I'm sure that wouldn't be too bad for the Lions because they have to be happy with the way their offense has played this year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they've.
We've had good offensive games. We
he's
really
talking
have.
to the Mount Pleasant coach.
We've had really good special team game, though.
Mount
Tell you
Pleasant,
what.
Mount Pleasant has won the toss. They have deferred for the second half. So Henderson will have their choice. So I'm sure that we will take the football. Let's see which end we'll receive on.
As it really, like Bobby mentioned, doesn't really make a difference with
our special
win,
teams have really been kept us in the. They have won some of the ball games for us and kept us in there. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to see that happen again tonight. Break a big one for about 97, 98 yards. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Okay, we're going to receive from the north end, and Mount Pleasant will be kicking right to left, and they will defend the south end of the goal. So the Lions will get the football first. Here as we're just about underway here for the ball game, Charles.
As on the sideline, Jonathan Stovall warming up. So Looks like he will start this game, as Dennis Alexander mentioned in the pregame. He woke up with a little bit of a hip problem, may have just woke up and slept on it wrong, and it loosened up during the day, because it looks like he's fine and ready to go to action. Also, of course, Philip Corley and Travis Adams loosening up a little bit, but it looks like Jonathan's all right.
Right. When you play Mount Pleasant, you don't see a lot of surprises. Really, they might have a different wrinkle or two here and there, but they're pretty vanilla. They believe in basic, football. They stay pretty straight in what they do, and they improve each week. And their coaches do a great job with their kids, just like ours do here in Henderson. So you'll see a well-coached football team tonight. So it's just whether or not we can handle them and have the right thing called at the right time. And as the ball game goes along, it'll be some wits being used on both sides of the field there. Coach from Mount Pleasant did play for Coach Alexander at Dangerfield, I understand.
No, actually, Charlie, he graduated.
He's from Dangerfield.
Yeah, he's from Dangerfield. He graduated there in '68. Let me tell you where the connection was with Coach Alexander.
Okay, where's the connection?
Rice University.
Oh, is that right?
He went to Rice, and when he was there, Coach Alexander was a graduate assistant there.
Okay,
he went there as
that's
a
where the connection was. Okay.
That's the connection as far as the playing.
Okay.
But he is from Dangerfield.
Okay. He's from Dangerfield.
From Dangerfield.
High school. Okay.
I believe he graduated in '68.
Okay.
And he went and coached in the Dallas area for 10 years before coming back to Mount Pleasant, where he's been for 5 years. Sean Thompson going to kick it off for Mount Pleasant, and your Lions will be going from left to right on the radio dial. Brian Brown at the goal line, Kenyatta Neal on the far side, Derek Page near side at the 6-yard line. This Thompson guy can really kick it. During pregame warm-ups, he was really booting some.
Yeah, he's a big old strong kid, and he's got a strong leg. Kicks a soccer style.
Action, and here we go. We're ready for football. It's a high kick on the far side towards Neal. He takes it at the 6. Waits for his line to form. He scoots away from one blocker, goes up the middle to the 25-yard line, so a return of about 19, and that's where the Lions take over.
Excellent kickoff there, and a good return. Nothing great, but anytime you get back past the 25, you're not doing bad, but that kicker really got it high for the Tigers, and Kenyon had to wait a long time before he came down.
As Jonathan Stovall takes the field, the offensive line from left to right, Doug Gibbons, Grant Vititode, Chad McCray, the center, Javis Wright, the strong guard, Matt Appleton on the right side as the tackle. 2 in the backfield, Neal and Page, they're both down in the stance. 1 wing back on the right side. Here's the pitch to Neal. He cuts it back up the middle, and he's brought down after a gain of maybe 2 yards on the play.
Coach Alexander, of course, we're gonna live with that little sweep there. He's gonna pitch it to him, and that was the cut back to see what was there. He was letting Kenyatta just see what's developing, what's happening, and then cut off of it. Of course, with the speed like that Kenyatta has, he can do things like that, and that's all he wanted to do is just kind of see what's happening.
Charles Simpson splits out to the wide near side. Kenneth Williams into the game as the wing back on the right side. Page and Neal in the backfield. Pitch to Neal. He tries to get outside, but he's brought down on a nice tackle. That is number 14, Brock Hardman.
Did you see he got blocked on the ground and got up and made the tackle?
I thought we had a play then, Charlie. We came out here with Charles split out to the right. We were actually end over out here. We were overloaded on this side. They came out and double covered Charles that time, and I thought we had a play was going to happen there. I believe we had a play inside, but Kenyatta tried to come around.
He must have been awful wide. He got blocked on the ground and got up and made the tackle.
Yep. That makes it 3rd and 12 at the 23-yard line. 10:39 on the clock here, first quarter. Here's the snap. Stovall drops back to pass. Rolls to the far side. He has everybody covered, and he's going to be sacked at the 10. Big number 72, Bert Samples, brings him down.
I believe Simpson was open early, but he didn't see him. Waited way too long before he looked down the field because Charles broke open about 8 or 9 yards, but he never saw him.
I bet you our coaches on this other side over here saw it, though, and I bet you they're telling him he's open right now. We'll see that play again because he was wide open.
He sure was. That's a big defensive play. We're going to be kicking from the end zone.
Yep. Shannon Cox drops back to punt. 1 man back to receive at the 45-yard line of the Lions. Cox has been doing a good job punting, and he gets it away. A low liner, and it's going to be taken at the 40. A running start on the near side. He cuts back up inside, stopped at the 28. The return by Roddy Simpson.
Kanan Wilhite in there on to get the big tackle, wrapped him up, and held on, took him down right there. Good job, Kanan.
Well, I tell you what, Mount Pleasant They got off to a great start because it's what they wanted to happen. 3 downs and kick and make us kick from the end zone. And they in the 4-down zone, excellent field position on the 28 here on the first drive. So our defense has got our work cut out for us in this first series.
Excellent, excellent defensive series for them.
They're led by quarterback Andre Williams. They use 2 at quarterback, Luke Anderson the other one. 3 in the backfield. Offset I formation. 1st and 10 at the 27. Williams motioning in the backfield. In motion is number 44 to the far side. And it's handed off, stepped up the middle, and brought down at the 34. The initial hit looked like by Goodwin.
Boy, I tell you what, that time the tackle on their left side either blocked down inside, I believe, and when he did, Matt Thigpen read that, Charlie, and he came running through there. His ears were laid back.
Big
and he
play.
put nothing but leather on that guy.
I guarantee you, we backed our ears and came after him that time.
I guarantee you he did.
That sets up 2nd down and 14 now at the 33. Tigers to the line. Moving right to left on the dial. Once again, offset I formation with Williams, the quarterback. There is 7 men on the line. Here's the snap. Handed to the last man through. He gets maybe a couple, as that's the number 41, Chris Campbell, that we mentioned in the pregame. He comes in with 271 yards gained.
They're lining up in the power I, and they're going to run the isolations at us. They're just going to have a lead back and try to lead on their linebackers, and they haven't hurt us yet in that. Matt Thigpen, again, that time was in on the play. Good job, good defensive technique by our down linemen to make their offensive linemen block us, and it freed up our linebackers and gave us the opportunity to make some tackles.
Big play right here, 3rd and 11. We can hold them here. We can force them into a field goal attempt.
At the 30-yard line, once again, like Bobby mentioned, the power I formation. Williams under center. Long count, he snaps it. And he keeps the ball. Cuts up inside, but he's stopped at the 28-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. Brought down by number 45, and that's Jeffrey Holman.
Yeah, but he didn't fool Scott Goodwin either. Scott was out there playing the defensive end. He played it just like he was supposed to. Good defensive series for us.
As that will set up at the 28-yard line, so that will be a 45-yard field goal attempt. Sean Thompson in. Last year he had a 51-yarder. So far this year, he's attempted 1 field goal. The holder for Mount Pleasant will be Bubba Durham. Here's the snap, low snap, and it's no good. A low liner pressure by Brian Brown on the left side.
I believe Brian got a piece of that one. There's a bad snap, bad handle, and Brian got in there and got a piece of it.
What is it with the kicking game this year? How many NFL games this year have been settled on bad field goal
Well, I tell you what,
attempts?
our fans ought to be on their feet giving the defense a hand there because they really did a great job, I tell you.
Great job.
That's a tough thing to do, stop them 1, 2, 3 inside the 30, and we did a great job.
And they had the momentum. They had the momentum.
Let's see.
Good defensive series.
Let's see if Henderson can gain the momentum. 1st and 10 at their own 28. 7:33 here in the first quarter. They're set at the line. Here's the snap. Handed to the 3rd man through. Misdirection. Handoff to Pat Brown from the wingback. And he gets up to the 34, a gain of 6.
Well, they're not just playing a straight 5. They kind of got a goal line, like kind of a 1-3-5-9 technique in there. It's really a goal line, really. So this is going to be tough to run against.
They're trying to get up and play us tight and make us throw it, and we're going to prove to them here in a minute that we can throw it.
As it's now 2nd and, I would say 4, maybe a long 4 at the 34-yard line. Neal and Page in the backfield, Allen Ayton on the wingback. Pitch back to Page. He cuts back up inside, storms over 1, up to the 39, and that should be a first down.
Close.
That, with the mark, it's going to be very close.
Old Bo was really moving those feet, turning those knees, going for that first down. It's going to be very, very tight. Probably going to have to measure.
With that mark, I don't know. That looked like it may be a little bit short, as his knee may have come
Eagle
down.
Eye, what is it? Tell us, Charlie. I think it's going to be a first.
Oh, no, he missed it by about quarter of an inch.
There you go. I tell you what they're doing, Charlie. Instead of their defensive tackles being in 5s, they're playing head-up 4s. And
I don't know.
Oh, somebody missed that.
down.
Who was it?
I don't know. That 39-year-old over here.
Yeah, first down.
1st and 10 at the 38, so Page gets enough for the first down. First down for Henderson on their 2nd possession of the game. Allen Ayton back into the game. He goes left side as the wingback. Neal and Page in the backfield. Neal near side. Lions set at the line. Tigers stack the line. Here's a pitch out to Page. He has some blocking, cuts it back up inside. He gets up to the 44. Good running by Derrick.
Well, he cut back against the grain there. Could have got one more clearing block on the backside. He might have had something over there. They are just flying to the football.
Boy, I know, but did you see how quick he cut back into the green, picked up that extra yardage? We had Alfredo Gonzalez. He's in at the quick side tackle right now. I watched him. He got out on their defensive end and stayed on him and did a really good job of keeping him tied up.
Second and about 4 to go at the 44. Lions moving the ball. Ayton still in at the game as the near side wingback. Here's the snap. Stovall, quick pitch. Neal up the middle. He doesn't get much. It's at the 45, a gain of 1. And that will be 3rd and 3.
Boy, it's good defensive play.
That's the way to play Kenyatta. Just get him before he gets started. No place for him to go there.
Yep.
With their, you mentioned, Charlie, they're flying to the ball. That could cause some over pursuit. Do you think we'll see some more misdirection?
Yeah, I think you'll see some misdirection. I think you're going to see some misdirection, play action pass here in a minute.
Doug Gibbons is back in at the quick side tackle.
3rd and 3 at the 45 for the Lions. 5:26 on the clock, first quarter. Stovall under center. Here's the snap. Pitches back and getting a running start, and the first down up to the 50-yard line. That is number 37, Chris Starling.
Good job, Chris. Chris done a good job this year, and he's really come in, and when he's in there, does a great job filling in, and he's a great backup for Kenyatta. And it's good to have someone like Chris who can go out there and give you a little breather, you know. Kenyatta can sit on the sideline, watch a little bit, and kind of gather himself and have a better feel for the game when he gets back out there.
Starling remains in the game along with Page in the backfield. Ayton, right side wingback. Here's the Lions, 1st and 10. Dropping back, rolling out is Stovall. Sets, puts it up. Man is open, Page, and he drops it at the 41-yard line. He had it, but it looked like he may have started to run.
Yeah, we're still getting the ball to him a little bit too late. We're breaking open, and we're getting the ball to him. It's a little bit too late because our receivers are getting there quick.
Grant Vitito, one of our guards, pulled that time and got out on their defensive end and made the defensive end put his hands out, Charlie, and he just blocked on about his midsection, kept him down, what kept him from getting a hand up on the ball, I believe.
That will keep it 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line, just inside the 50. It's on the paint. Lions to the line, quick moving first quarter. Left side wing back. And here's the pitch out. Neal gets around one man, tries to get outside, turns it up, and is knocked out at the 45-yard line. As coming in quickly was Brock Hardman, and Neal had to do a little bit of a quick move to get around him.
Yeah, you can really see that quick speed over there. He picked up those 4 on his own as he just beat him to the sideline and took a pretty good shot over there. The Mount Pleasant guys will hit you.
They're here to play. They didn't come here and know that we're Henderson and they're just going to lay down. But I tell you what, when you run a play and get 4.5, 5 yards of play, that's not bad.
Big play right here. We got 3rd and about a long 5, I'd say.
Yes, it is. And maybe 6 yards. 3rd and 6 at the 46. 4:50 on the clock as Neal got out of bounds on that last play. Stovall looks over his backfield, settles in. Kenneth Williams in the game. Here's the pitch. Neal gets it, tries to get outside. Good pursuit as he's slung down by Sean Thompson at the 44-yard line, and that will make it 4th and 4.
That number 9 is a good athlete. He just come here and challenged Kenyatta one-on-one, and Kenyatta could not beat him to the sideline, and he just slung him down, and we're going to kick it away.
Yeah, it takes an awfully good football player to one-on-one tackle Kenyatta Neal, and that's what he just did.
Dropping back to receive the punt again is Roddy Simpson. He settles back at his own 10-yard line. Shannon Cox with 1 punt under his belt already. It was a low liner. He's at his 43. Gets the snap, gets it off. This one a little bit higher, and in comes Simpson at the 16. He's going to take it outside and get hardly anywhere. Maybe a return of 1.
Doug Gibbons, deep snapper downfield that time on the tackle, and so is number 57, Alfredo Gonzalez.
Good kick there by Shannon. He got some height on the ball that time. Gave us time to get down there. Time the ball came down, we had some good, had a lot of blue shirts around, so a lot better than we were a while ago kicking the football.
Tigers,
good coverage, guys.
Tigers take over at their 17-yard line. 1st and 10 with 4:02 on the clock. Both defenses holding up well so far as the Tigers come to the line. power I formation. Andre Williams still in the game at quarterback. He shares duties with Luke Anderson. Here's the snap, handed to the last man through. He keeps it, motion in the backfield, a flag on the play. Williams gets up to the line of scrimmage. And
I thought they were in motion, didn't you?
They were, I believe, but we had about 5 Lions out there. Derek McGee was there. I saw Charles Simpson. Justin Mayfield was out there. Of course, Jeremy Blanton was out there. So was Jeffrey Holman. Good defensive play.
As it's against the Lions, looks like, was that an offsides call?
Well, I looked up real late. I could have
been. Offsides call against Henderson, and it looked like maybe Jeremy Blanton, who's over patting
Actually, I believe it was our defensive left side over there jumped, but it looked like their guard jumped.
I thought
their
they
right
pulled
guard jumped, but
that will move the ball up to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, Coach Alexander doesn't understand that. They move, I guarantee you, we got the raw end of that because they pulled us off.
Alexander not getting much attention from the referees as the Tigers break their huddle.
Charles, let me assure you, he does have the ability to get their attention when he really wants it.
2nd and 5 now at the 21-yard line. 1st and 5 at the 21-yard line. Here's the snap. Williams hands it to the last man through. Cutting back and up to the 22-yard line is Corwin Elliott.
Charlie, they're running at us right where they think they can run, and they just haven't done anything
yet.
So
far, defense has done a great job. It's going to be tough to stop them here, for 5 yards. That penalty certainly helped them.
Now make it 2nd and 4 as he got 1 on the play. The Tigers will use a host of runners as that's where they usually like to keep the ball on the ground. They break to the line with just over 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Lions stacking the line. Man in motion to the far side. That's Tony Grant. Here's the handoff and met in the backfield. Corwin Elliott again. The tackle made by a couple of Lions looked like Blanton with the original hit.
And Justin Mayfield was there, and so was Shane Ballinger.
Well, that's good defense.
Shane put a good shot on him. That's good defense inside, guys.
Defense setting the tone so far in this ball game. That makes it 3rd and 5, and it would be really nice, Charlie, to shut them down for the second time in a row.
Our fans are sitting there just on their hands waiting for something to happen. I wish they'd get a little excitement going down there. It's going to take a big play here to make something happen, I guess.
3rd and 5 at the 23. Everybody set at the line. Man in motion. Grant to the far side again. Here's the handoff. Getting a running start. Plunging over to the 25. He didn't get the first down.
Fumble.
Lions recover. The fumble by number 17, Luke Anderson. Lions jump on it quickly and a big break early in this game.
You're not kidding.
Who recovered?
I did not see who got the ball. I didn't even see the fumble. Credit Mr. Charlie with
he fumbled it going down, and I saw us go for it, but I could not tell. I saw the referee move in quickly, and I felt like we had a chance, and we sure did. So we've got great field position. Now we're in 4-down territory there on the 24.
Yes, we are. Or 3 down in a kick.
Big break as Mount Pleasant lost 3 or 4 fumbles last week against Commerce. Lose one early here with 2:11 on the clock. Here's the snap, handed to Williams. He tries to go reverse, has some room as he cuts back up inside and gets maybe 2. Good pursuit, but it looked like maybe some Tigers shaking up on the play.
Yeah,
they ran into each other.
They made the tackle the same time on opposite sides and kind of hurt each other.
Williams looked like he had more room than as the Mount Pleasant team really closes quickly.
They were closing on him, but Kenneth was doing a little juke in there, and he didn't need to really juke. I don't know anything about running the football. I never was fast enough, but he was juking, and he should have been running.
Boy, I'm glad to hear our band play. Maybe I kind of fire these people up, get them off their seat a little bit. We're just kind of dead.
As the staffs from both sides take a look at the 2 players from Mount Pleasant as 2 men are down, like we said, on that tackle, and they just got twisted around, it looked like. As we did not pick up, it looked like one of them may have been number 17, Luke Anderson. The other one, I did not see the back of the number. As one is already up, as that is Anderson. He'll look like he'll be all right. He's limping a little bit, but
that's their quarterback, isn't it?
He's one of their quarterbacks.
Or is that 12 or 17?
That's 17.
The other player's still down at the 25-yard line. A packed house here at Henderson Lions Stadium. 2:11 left first quarter. No score, but The Lions recovering a fumble deep in Tigers territory, trying to put some points on the board.
I tell you what, our defense is, Bobby, you know, to this point has really looked good. Both defenses have looked good, but our defense particularly, boy, that's just an outstanding series. That first time they got the football on 28-yard line and we stuffed them. That first down play just kind of set the tone for that series. And then we'll go back down here and they get a 5-yard penalty and we still stuff them. And they would, if they had not fumbled the football, it would have been 4th down and we had to kick it. So our defense has really done a great job at this point. And our offense is going to make a big play here in a minute. So far, Mount Pleasant has kept us from making any kind of big play, and they have stopped us for short gains.
As while the player is down, we'll take a break. 2:05 left first quarter. No score on Henderson Lions football.
People's State Bank is proud to announce a new 24-hour customer service access line, an incredible advancement in bank customer service. All you need to do is press a few buttons and you can receive your checking, savings, CDs, and loan balances. Here's the number, 657-7019. That's 657-7019. You receive step-by-step procedures that are easy to follow. That's 657-7019. It's incredible. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Smith Chevrolet Olds Cadillac wants you to know about the new 98 Chevy trucks. The best-selling CK pickup now has pass lock theft deterrent system, dual airbags, and automatic transmission enhancements. Tahoe and Suburban also have these features, along with optional comfort and security package on LT models. The OnStar system is also optional on Chevy trucks. And remember that four-wheel drive models have the latest on-demand four-wheel drive systems. Come by Smith Chevrolet Olds Cadillac, Highway 79 in East Main, on the savings side of the street in Henderson.
As the Lions head to the line, the player for Mount Pleasant, all right, that was Corwin Elliott. 2nd and 8 for Henderson at the 22 of Mount Pleasant. Clock running under 2 minutes. Here's the snap, pitch back to Neal. He tries to get outside and is dragged down at the 25-yard line. And that tackle made by Chris Campbell. He does it on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, he does it on both sides of the football. He's a pretty good defensive player and a real good offensive player. We're just going to have to wear him down. We're all right. They're not killing us. They're just a good, quick football team,
yes,
and eventually we're going to wear it down, and we'll pop one in the end zone and take control of the situation.
That is a loss of 3. They're going to mark it at 3rd and 11 at the 25, which is near the original line of scrimmage.
Definite pass situation here. Let's see if we can complete one.
Right side wing back is Pat Brown. Neal and Page in the backfield. Fake pitch. Stovall looks. He has time. Puts it up to Page. It's overthrown at the 3-yard line. As it's overthrown Page by about 5 yards. He was well covered on the play, though.
Yeah.
And that's going to make it 4th down. And in comes Clayton Kirsch, one of the stories of last week's game. A 41-yarder and a 51-yard field goal. And this time,
have y'all figured this one up yet?
He's going to have a 42-yard field goal as he sets the tee down. And he'll try to put the Lions on the board first here tonight.
Come on, Clayton. Wake these fans up. They've been sitting there too long.
Mount Pleasant has been outscored 17-6 so far in the first quarter this year. Holding the ball, Pat Brown. He's down. Kirsch waiting. As here's the snap. It's low. The ball down. Kick is up, and it looks like it's going to fall short
a little bit left.
And to the left. And it'll be no good from 42 yards. And Mount Pleasant will take over at their 25-yard line. So the fumble does not hurt their ball club.
No. I just didn't feel good about that at that time. It looked like it was taking too long to get out there and to kick the ball and everything, and I really didn't feel comfortable in. I believe we got some scores here, don't we?
Yes, we do. We'll take a look at the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard as Class 5A action, Longview 8 and Bryan nothing. All of these scores first quarter, and Lufkin 7, Jasper nothing. Tigers to the line, moving from right to left on the radio dial. 1st and 10 at their 25, 1:03 left first quarter. The snap. Williams drops back to pass, puts it up. He has Thompson at the 50. Here's the pass, and it's in and out of the hands of Thompson. Covering on the play is Derek McGee, and looked like Charles Simpson as well.
Well, it was a good throw. Derek did a great job. The guy was there. The ball was there. Just a good defensive play there by Derek. get a.
Derek had his hand in there.
Yeah,
he got a piece of the ball.
He got his hand there just enough to keep the guy from catching the football, and that'd have been a big play for the Mount Pleasant Tigers there.
He ran with him the whole time, and then when the ball was there, Derek McGee just reached around and slapped it away.
Now make it 2nd and 10 on the scoreboard, also in Class 5A. Robert E. Lee 7, DeSoto nothing, and also John Tyler taking on Lamart. First time number 1 teams from Class 5A and 4A have ever met in Texas high school football history. Man in motion, Grant to the far side as Williams keeps it on the option. Cuts back up inside, is hammered at the 33-yard line, or the 28-yard line, excuse me. That will be a gain of 3.
Caleb Hall, Alfredo Gonzalez, Jeffrey Holman, Derek McGee in there. Several lines in on the tackle that time.
Class 4.
Excuse me, go ahead, Charles.
Sorry about that. Class 4A action, Carthage 14-0 over Liberty Ilo. Kilgore 7, Nacogdoches nothing. And in Class 3A action, Russ 7, Tatum 0. Also no score between Gilmer, Pittsburgh. Also Corsicana and Sulphur Springs, Jacksonville and Lindale, all scoreless in the first quarter. It's 3rd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 10 seconds left first quarter. Williams, quick drop, puts it up, intercepted by Simpson at the 35. He has room. He's at the 20, 15. He's going in for the score. Charles Simpson, an interception return, and the Lions are on the board.
You could write that one in the book right there, because as soon as Charles got it, he went up, extended himself, and got that, and they just didn't have enough people out there to stop him.
35-yard interception return, and that puts Henderson on the scoreboard. Their 2nd interception return of the season. Jeffrey Holman with one also this year.
There's that big play I've been talking about. We've been looking for.
I
tell you, that was a big one.
Oh, it was a good one.
No time remaining in the first quarter when the play happened. Clayton Kirsch on to kick the extra point, and holding is Pat Brown. There's the snap, low. Kick is up, and this one's good, and the Lions lead it 7-0 as we head to the second quarter on Henderson Lions football.
At Boral Bricks, we understand people's taste. Whatever your need, whatever color, whatever style, we have just what you want. Because at Boral Bricks, we've known all along that it's more than just a brick. It's the home of your dreams. Just call 1-800-5-BORAL-5 to receive a free brochure and the location of the showroom nearest you. Boral Bricks, a solid decision to build your dreams on.
Henderson Tire has the largest selection of Cooper tires at the guaranteed lowest prices in Rusk County. They also provide full mechanic services. Henderson Tire features 90-day same-as-cash on all our products and services, as well as 6-month and 12-month same-as-cash. We also guarantee the lowest prices. As always, we offer free pickup and delivery, and most tire installations are in and out in 45 minutes. At Henderson Tire, there's no appointment necessary. Come by any time for great service. Henderson Tire, 205 South Marshall in the old Montgomery Wards building.
And back here at Henderson Lions Stadium, a 35-yard interception return by Charles Simpson with no time remaining in the first quarter puts the Lions on the board first. They lead the Tigers 7-0. It's the 3rd interception thrown this year by Tigers quarterback Andre Williams. Clayton Kirsch set to kick it off from the 40. He'll be kicking it from right to left as we start the second quarter of play. Dropping back to receive the kick for Mount Pleasant, Corwin Elliott drops back to about the 3-yard line. Joining him back there is Andre Williams at the 10, and also Roddy Simpson at the 10-yard line. They are Simpson's near side, Williams' far side. Kirsch is ready, and the crowd's fired up. As here is the kickoff. It is up into the near sideline. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds, and it will at about the 18-yard line, and that will bring out the flag. And Mount Pleasant will get some good field position here to start the second quarter.
I guess they have an option.
They have an option.
Take the ball 35 or kick it over. Is that right?
Looks like they may have them kick it over.
I bet they take it.
As a kicking team for Henderson will stay out there. They take the penalty.
I'm 2 for 2.
And they're going to kick it again.
They're going to be sorry. We're going to make them sorry.
Let's hope so.
They should have taken that.
Charlie, you missed that one, too.
Hey, I'm 2 for 2 tonight.
I'm telling you.
You know, what do you think? My birthday, what do you expect?
He's thrown off.
You know.
As we brought you some scores before the last break, scoreboard update, of course, brought to you by Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic, Dr. Roger C. Sessions, Dr. Sean M. Fagari. Call 657-1441 as they'll help you out with all your sports medicine needs. Clayton Kirsch will kick it off now from the 35. And the same men back to receive the kick this time from the 10-yard line is Corwin Elliott.
Wake up down there.
Crowd starting to clap, and they are getting fired up. Let's see as Kirsch heads towards the ball. The kick is up. It's a a good one. Over the head of the receivers into the end zone, out of bounds, and how about that? They're going to start from their 20 now as Kirsch booms it over the head of the Tigers as the near side man was number 1, Roddy Simpson, and he scrambled back, but it went out of bounds before he could get to it.
I'm not going to say I told him so.
Don't say it.
I'm not going to say it.
That was not a very good choice on their part, was it?
No, sir.
They lose a good 15 yards in field position as they start at the 20, 1st and 10.
Let's see if this blue defense can do it again.
I bet you they can.
So far, this has been a defensive ball game.
I like what I see out of the Lions so far. Here's everybody set. Man in motion, Grant to the far side. Here's the snap. Williams rolls, puts it up. They have a man, Thompson wide open, but they overthrow him at the 50. He was behind Charles Simpson and Brian Brown. If he catches it, say goodnight.
I'm telling you what, you may have to get me some nitroglycerin if they do that again.
I don't know CPR,
we bid on the option that time.
Hey, you know,
I didn't realize what I'm sitting up here where I can see, and I thought they were running.
Let's give Mount Pleasant coaches a great call there because they just got through throwing interception for a touchdown to the other team, and they come back on 1st down and throw it. That's a good call. They really caught us off guard.
Mark McMillan and his crew over on the far sideline. 2nd and 10, still at the 20. Williams barks out the signals. Power I formation. Here's the snap. He hands it to the last man. He trips and falls, gets maybe 1 yard. Is on the carry. It looked like it was Luke Anderson.
Boy, I'm telling you what, that time Justin Mayfield just stuffed their left guard. Did a really good job, good technique, popped him right in the face mask and just stuffed him, and the guy didn't have anywhere to run. Good job, Justin.
I tell you what, their running game against our defense has not been very much. Our defense has stuffed them, everything they've done so far. They're going to have to throw the football sometime and have some success, or we're going to shut this bunch out.
3rd and 10 now as the clock runs just over 11 minutes left in the first half. Man in motion, Grant to the near side now. Here's the snap. Williams puts it up the pass, and it's caught at the 30, and he goes to the 35. Nice catch and run by Adam Crump.
Big play.
As is almost out of his reach. He had good concentration.
That was pretty.
Well, they did do a great job of execution that time on the fake. I watched their tackle pulled and kicked out on their end, and I thought it was going to be a run all the way. I didn't realize it was a pass until I saw the quarterback set up and saw the receiver out there by himself.
That was a good throw and a good catch. They're going to have to throw the football against us because we got their number running right now.
Good open field tackle that time by Derek, too. If he doesn't make the play, we're in trouble.
Adam Crump, their tight end. They come to the line, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Williams puts a man in motion near side. Grant. Here's the snap. Williams drops back the pass, puts it up. As another man, Grant open at the 45. He eludes the tackle, goes into Henderson territory to the 43, but I think there was a man in motion on the near side line for the Tigers, and that may have drawn a flag. We'll wait for the call, but another big gain, a short pass out in the flat, and that's the 2nd time in a row. Here's the call against Mount Pleasant.
We're lucky there because
we are lucky.
We're going to have to get on some people back off a passing game.
They're doing a really good job of running their fakes in there. I mean, they're executing those plays quite well. That time they ran it up in there, and I thought they were going to run it that time. And like I say, we're up here and we can see. But they completed the pass, and that kid, once he caught the ball, he did a great job of avoiding the tackle that time. Charles just kind of took a dive at the ground.
They see the same thing I see. If they don't loosen us up, they're in trouble, and they've thrown the football a little bit. They're going to have to. And they've done it real well last 2 plays.
Offsides, it looked like it was Adam Crump who made the reception prior to that. As they move their tight end from left to right, and that may signal where they're going offensively, where they have that tight end set up. In the last 2 plays, that's where it's gone, where he's been. As Crump comes to the right side with the 3 men in the backfield. Williams under center. 1st and 15 as time runs out on Mount Pleasant, and their 2nd straight penalty, and they're starting to hurt themselves.
Now it's going to be 1st and 20.
And now, do you think the Lions should read just straight pass on this next play?
Well,
it's a tough call.
Yeah, it is. What they're trying to do, they're trying to pass when we think it's going to be a run, and they're running when we think it's going to be a pass, because they're throwing on 1st down and mixed up real good. So they're going to have to mix it up, you know. But they are going to throw the football if they're going to move against us.
1st and 20 at the 25 now on 2 straight 5-yard penalties by Mount Pleasant. Man in motion to the near side. That is Brock Hartman. Here's the snap, fumble, as Luke Anderson loses it for the 2nd time. This time he falls on it at about just past the 25-yard line, so not even a gain of 1.
They're the end on the far side over there. He did a really good job of releasing and acting like it was going to be a pass, but it was a run all the way. And he wasn't going to get much if he hadn't fumbled it. We're shutting their run down quite well.
And Luke Anderson better start holding on to the ball, as that's the 2nd time he's dropped it. He came into the game with 13 carries, 38 yards rushing on the year. 2nd and 20 at the 25. 9:25 left first half. Power I formation with Hardman and Anderson in the backfield. Also Corwin Elliott. Here's the snap. Dropping back is Williams. He puts up the pass, has the man's open. Crump dives for it at the 48 and goes out of bounds, incomplete, in and out of his hands. But I don't know if he would have been inbounds when he made the catch.
I don't know either, but it was right in his hands.
I think he would have, because it only takes 1 in high school.
Yep.
You know, if
Coach Alexander's doing some secondary work right now. He's talking to 2 of them.
Well, that was a good throw.
Yep.
Good throw.
Williams, prior to tonight, had 6 of 18 completions for 89 yards, but he's showing a very good arm.
Yeah.
Pinpoint control that we've seen so far. He's going to have to put it up in the air on 3rd and 20 now.
I believe they've thrown their 10 passes. They can stop now.
They can quit any time.
Yeah.
Still at the 25.
I think you're going to see a few more, Bobby.
I think
Not right here. It's going to be a draw.
They have Thompson. Sean Thompson split out near side. Williams looks for him. It's in the flat. Overthrown. Brock Hardman at the 32, and the Tigers will have to punt it away.
A lot of time left here. 9 minutes and 8 seconds in the first half.
We ran the linebacker through that time also. I think we're fixing to go. I think we're fixing to back our ears and go get him here in just a minute. I think Coach Alexander was talking, like I said earlier, he was talking to some of the secondary guys, doing a little talking, and I saw him talking to some of the other coaches, and then that time we did run a linebacker through, so I think we're fixing to crank up and go get him.
Looks like punting for Mount Pleasant is Adam Crump, not Sean Thompson. Back to receive at the 40 is Brian Brown.
We got 10 people
Here's
coming.
The snap. And Rashi barely gets it away. There's going to be a flag, roughing the kicker, caught by Brown at the 36. He is swarmed.
Go down,
and
Brian.
he goes down, but
Charlie, it's not an automatic first down, is it?
I don't think it is anymore.
Nope. So we haven't, all it'll do is give us 15
We should have blocked that
left.
punt. We've got there.
He was there close.
We got there in plenty of time to block that punt.
Yep.
And we just missed the punt and hit the kicker.
Second roughing the kicker call on the Lions this season. They had one a couple weeks ago against
Let's don't bring that up.
Don't bring that up.
We talked about that last night.
Talked about that today.
The referee and I had a conversation about
that. We'll keep it at that. How about that? So,
I told him if he kept saying he's right. I said, well, if you're right, I don't like the rule, so I wasn't going to argue with him. But, let's see if it's going to be a first down or it's still going to be 4th. I believe it's still going to be 4th.
Yes, it'll be marked at the 40, just over the 40.
All we lost is about 15 yards if we can field this punt safely.
As it'll be 4th and about 6.
Oh, he put first down.
First down. How about that?
Well,
automatic
that
first
hurt.
down.
I didn't know that.
Mount Pleasant gets a big break.
That hurt. That hurt.
1st and 10 at the 40.
I thought we were in there quick enough. We should have blocked
We
that.
had 2 or 3 people back there ready to block that punt.
So let's see what Mount Pleasant can do with this rebirth, so to speak, on this possession. They keep a hold of it. 8:44 left first half. Power I formation. Sean Thompson tied in on the far side. Crump near side tied in. In motion, Grant to the near side. Here's the snap. Williams fakes the handoff, rolls outside, slips, and drops at the 39, and he kicked up some turf, Bobby.
He did. He spun a little bit, but the reason he was spinning is because Matt Thickpin had a hold of his other leg. Good tackle, Matt.
It's a little soft in spots. It's not bad, but it's a little soft. The rain did soften it a little bit.
Derek McGee got in that time, so did Scott Goodwin.
That will be a loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12 at the 38 now.
We got the number on the running game. I'm going to say it one more time. I'm not going to say it again. They're going to have to throw the football. We're going to have to put some pressure on the quarterback. But they got 2 tight ends, so it's hard to get to.
Here's the snap. Looks like Williams will drop back to pass under pressure, eludes the rush, puts up the pass. The Thompson, he goes in through his arms at the 50. It was on target, but he doesn't hold on to it, and that'll be 3rd and 12. Looked like he should have made that.
Who was that putting the pressure back there, Bobby?
Yeah. Charlie, I was watching the receiver.
I think it was number 58, Sean Ballinger.
Thank you, Shane. Yeah.
Mickey.
Yeah. He had a chance for him. And
so 3rd and 12 now, 7:47 here in the second quarter coming.
Joe Powell going in the ball game defensively. Let's see.
Going in for Matt
linebacker.
Put in a little bit more pass protection.
Yeah, a little better coverage in the flat.
Possibly.
Matt plays a run real good, but he doesn't get out in the flat sometimes as quick as I'd like for him to.
Brock Hardman out near side as the wideout. Here's the snap. Williams hands it to the Chris Campbell. Big hole. He is stumbling down to the 42 as they run away from the wideout, and big gain as that is a 12, about a 20-yard gain.
That is their first good play running from scrimmage. And I'd like to say a while ago, they're going to throw when we think they're going to run and run when we think they're going to throw. We were looking for them to throw that time, and they crossed us up and
that was a good run. That kid's a good back.
Bobby, you could run through that hole.
I probably could have, but, you know, I don't want to try.
You wouldn't get there quite that quick.
I wouldn't have been quite that quick.
He put his knee down at the 43, 1st and 10. Hardman out near side as the split in again. I formation. Long count. Here's the snap. Williams keeps it. Cuts inside. Has some room. He's at the 35. Down to the 30. 25. 20. And he's finally brought down a 23-yard run by Williams. He broke about 5 tackles.
Yeah, that first one was really a bad tackle, and it just broke a couple there. We've got to do a better job of tackling than that. That was not a very good job. Good run on the quarterback.
He was twisting and turning. But he was digging and getting.
We missed him real early up there somebody dove at him and missed him, and they're down there in good position now. They're in the 4-down zone on about the 21, so if the Lions don't step it up, this ball game is going to be tied up pretty quick. 2 big plays by Mount Pleasant. 1st and 10 at the Lions 20. Here's a man in motion near side. That's Simpson. Here's the snap, handed to Campbell. He goes left side, and he'll pick up about 4 yards on 1st down.
Good, tough running over their offensive left side, our defensive right side. Picked up a good 4.5 yards that time. Good running. Charlie, we haven't called for a fumble many times this year, and I'm going to call for one right now.
You going to call for one?
I need a fumble right here.
Okay.
2nd and 5.
It'd be a good time for it.
I need one right now.
6.5 minutes to go here in the half, and they're trailing 7-0, but they're down there deep, so I think it'd be a good time for it.
Mount Pleasant to the line. Grant in the backfield along with Simpson. Here's Grant in motion, signaled by Williams. Here's the snap. Campbell with the carry. He goes near side, and he's brought down by Pat Sanders.
Good defensive play. Pat played through the blocker and up and made the tackle by himself, one-on-one. Good defensive play, Pat Sanders.
That's going to put it down at about the 17-yard line.
I'm still calling for that fumble.
Line. And that is going to back it up on 3rd down to 3rd and 7.
Well, I think they're going to put in the air this time, Bobby, and try to make a 1st down, and then hopefully we can hold them and make them try another field goal.
They're at the line. 5:34 left 1st half. Here's a snap. They hand it off to Campbell up the middle, and he is brought down at the 15. A gain of 3, and that will make it 4th and 4, and going to be interesting to see what the call is. Maybe
Well, I don't see a field goal team going out there. If they're going to try to go for it, I believe.
Yep. Terrence Oliver, defensive tackle, in on the play. So Shane Ballinger in on the play. Middle linebackers there, both outside linebackers there. Good defensive play.
That's a little bit of surprise right here.
Williams will go over and call a timeout. We'll do the same. 4:59 left, second quarter. Lions 7-0 on Henderson Lions football.
You know us at Citizens National Bank, and we know you want convenience. This is Jean Hodges, teller banking officer at Citizens Bank. We have extended our drive-in hours at our main bank location. We will be open from 7:45 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and until 6 o'clock on Fridays. Don't forget about our new 2-lane commercial drive-in, designed especially for our customers with wide-bodied trucks. Citizens National Bank, always trying to give you the best service. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Peterson's Home Furnishings is having an RCA kickoff sale. Watch the Henderson Lions and your favorite college and pro teams this football season on a new RCA TV. This RCA 46-inch big screen TV has picture-in-picture, SRS surround stereo sound, and digital focus, only $14.99. Now there's no more endless channel searching with the all-new TV Guide Plus feature. Get 6 months, same as cash, on 27 to 61-inch models. Like this 27-inch home theater stereo TV, just $599. Record and watch your favorite games on this RCA 4-head hi-fi stereo VCR, only $229. Come in now for the RCA kickoff sale at Peterson's Home Furnishings, where quality is the difference.
And back here at Henderson Lions Stadium, Mount Pleasant taking a timeout. They face 4th and 4 at the 15-yard line, just inside the 15-yard line. Lions lead it 7-0 as we go down to the end of the first half, as looks like Tigers have decided to kick a field goal. And we'll come back and of course, update you on scores throughout the first half. Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard. Sean Thompson on the kick to field goal. Holding the ball is Bubba Dermott. Here's a kick. It is up and a boomer, and it is good. A huge field goal. It is officially a 32-yarder. Comes with 4:55 in the first half. Makes it 7-3, and you're listening to Henderson Lions football.
Expecting a special delivery? Then we're expecting you at the Birthplace, Henderson Memorial Hospital's new state-of-the-art childbirth and maternity care center. The Birthplace offers a warm atmosphere with large, beautifully decorated rooms, the expertise of special physicians, nurses, and staff, and the finest monitoring system available, all to provide high-quality care for moms and newborns. The Birthplace at Henderson Memorial Hospital, a special place for your special delivery.
We're behind you all the way, Lions, from the classroom to the football field. Best of luck from the law firm of Welburn, Houston, Atkinson, Mann, Sadler, and Hill.
It's now 7-3, Henderson leading it as a 32-yard field goal by Sean Thompson puts the Tigers on the board as their drive, a good drive, stalled. But they are able to get 3 points. 4:55 left. I'm Charles Witt alongside Bobby Briscoe and Charlie Franklin.
Good job
Thanks
there by
joining us.
Good job by our defense to hold them to a field goal, men. And I would have really been surprised had they not taken it 3 points. They need something on the board, and they did take it. So we've got a good ball game on hand. 7-3. Got 4 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the half.
As Tigers kicking it from left to right, Thompson doing the duties. There's the kick. It's a deep one. And that's going to go into the end zone over Derek Pagehead. Caught by Brian Brown. He puts the knee down, and the Lions will take over at their own 20-yard line.
Little boy got a strong foot.
Surprise.
He is really a good kicker. He does a good job. I'm surprised at the height that he gets, but, boy, the field goal he kicked, it almost hit the buses out there.
That was a huge boomer, no doubt about it.
Hey, give him that score there, Charles. That one.
As taking a look at the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard, take a load of this one. Class 4A, Acadocious, a 5A team, 14. Kilgore, 7 in the second quarter. First and 10 at the 20. Lions going right to left on your radio dial. Stovall under center. Page Neal in the backfield. Here's the snap. It's pitched back to Page. Looked like motion, though, by the Lions.
Oh, me.
As we'll take a further look here at the scoreboard update brought to you by Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic. Dr. Roger C. Sessions, Dr. Sean M. Fagari. Call 657-1441. As here's the call. Legal procedure against the Lions, and it looked like Neal may have leaned a little bit before the snap of the ball. That will bring it back to the 15-yard line. Other scores in Class 4A, Pine Tree 13, Gladewater 6 in the second quarter. No score yet from Hallsville and Center. 4:47 left here, 7-3 the score. First and 15 now at the 15. Here's the snap. Stovall pitches back to Page. He tries to find room. Cuts inside. Has some room. Flag on the play. He gets up to the 26. And that would be a gain of 11.
I don't like where that flag came from.
Now, boy, he made a great cutback that time. Did some really good running, but I think they're going to get us for holding.
Yes, holding against Henderson. And that will bring it back. They'll mark it from where the penalty occurred. As it happened at the 15, that will bring it back to the 7-yard line. And the Lions stacked up in their own end now. 4:41 left here in the first half of play. Other scores, Class 4A, Carthage 21, Liberty Ilo 0 in the second quarter. Sulphur Springs 14-0 over Corsicana in the second quarter.
Ooh,
Jacksonville.
That's a surprise there.
Jacksonville 13-0 over Lindale, also in the second quarter of play.
Those Tatum Eagles are coming back on Rusk now, 7-7.
Those Rusk Eagles will hang in there. You wait.
First and 20, here's the snap. Pitch back to Neal. He goes inside and will squirt up to the 13, maybe 14-yard line. Look at the 13-yard line as well. They'll mark it, so that's a 6-yard pickup. Alfredo Gonzalez into the game with the play. Is also coming in, Pat Brown. Alan Ayton comes out along with Doug Gibbons.
I don't have anything against those Tatum Eagles. I used to coach at Rusk. That's why I said that. So anybody in there at Tatum will get mad at me. I like your Eagles, but I just kind of favor the other Eagles tonight.
Other action, Class 5A, Longview 15-0 over Bryan in the second quarter. Longview, number 3 team in Class 5A. Second and 17, here's the snap. As dropping back, Stovall, he puts it up. Simpson comes down with it at the 30-yard line, and that's going to be marked right where the first down could be, as that's going to be all on the mark, and that should be a first down, depending on where they bring out the chains, but that's right where that chain is on the far side.
That's the pass I've been looking for right there. The play action pass off the misdirections reverse or inside counter. And a big play, I tell you. Good throw there. It had to be perfect, and Charles made a good catch.
He really wasn't wide open either.
He was not open.
16-yard pass on the hookup. First and 10 at the 30. 3:25 left. Lions to the line. Page and Neal in the backfield. Right side as the wingback. It looks like Alan Ayton. He's in motion near side. Here's the snap. Stovall rolls out far side. Puts one up, and it's through the hands of Page as Alan Ayton near side looked open. Also Simpson out, and it looks like Terrence Oliver out as he had lots of options.
Yeah, their defensive end that time made a heck of a play. He grabbed a hold of Derek as Derek was going out and held him for a little bit. And you can see that next week, next Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday on TCA Cable Channel 10 right here in Henderson, Texas, 7 o'clock, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. He did have a hold of him.
Yeah, but he only had a hold with one hand.
Well, he still had a hold of him.
Pat Brown into the game. He's right side as the wingback. Neal and Page remain in the backfield. Simpson left side as the tight end. Here's the snap. Second and 10. Pitched out to Neal. He tries to get outside. Cuts it inside. He's hammered at the 33. And that's where he'll be brought down. A solid hit by Corwin Elliott.
A while ago, we held one up, and they threw a yellow flag at us.
Well,
maybe the referee don't know where they are.
I don't want to say anything, Charlie.
I'm not either.
I'm not going to say a word.
I didn't say that, did I?
Bo Page that time had a pretty good block.
We can delete that on the tape.
Yeah, we'll delete that. Forget that.
Kenneth Williams comes in along with Stovall after getting the play from Dennis Alexander. They come to the line. 3rd and 8 at the 33.
Another big third down here.
Simpson out far side as the split end. Williams near side as the wingback. Pitch to Neal, and he gets nowhere at the 30. Spins around, gets to the 32, but he'll lose a yard as he's ankle tackled on the play.
We didn't block somebody.
They number 10 came running through there that time. We didn't fool him a bit.
That is
I'll tell
Adam
you what.
Crump.
You know, they were touted as a pretty good defensive ball club. They always are, and I tell you what, they've you know, they hadn't shut us down completely, but they did a pretty good job shutting our offense down. That's 7 points on the board. Came from our defense, remember?
Shannon Cox drops back to punt at the 20. Back to receive at Mount Pleasant's 35 is Roddy Simpson. The snap is high as it's away by Cox. A good kick. And it'll be taken at the 35 by Simpson. He goes far side. He tries to get outside, but he's nailed at the 32-yard line.
Good job.
Jeffrey Holman.
Yes.
Good play, Jeffrey.
That time Shane Ballinger was beating it down the field too, and he just was running as hard as he could to make the play. Good hustle downfield, guys.
Like to got a high snap. Kind of scared me there for a minute.
Oh, Shannon handled it though, didn't he?
He sure did.
Got a good kick too.
Finishing up the scores on the scoreboard, Marshall 14-0 over Texas High. Lufkin 14-7 over Jasper. Robert E. Lee 7, DeSoto 7. All second quarter scores. No report yet from John Tyler and Lamart. The scoreboard update brought to you by Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic.
That's an interesting game down in Lamar tonight with John Tyler and those Lamar Cougars. Boy, that's going to be a heck of a ball game. They down there on that coast, so it might be a little tougher down there.
8,500 expected there tonight. 1st and 10 at the 32 for Mount Pleasant. 1:39 left first half. Snap. Williams hands it off to the last man through. Corwin Elliott up to the 40. Breaks outside to the 50. 45, and he's out of bounds. Looked like he'll be marked at the 44-yard line, as that is a pickup of 24.
Well, they just ran a little isolation up the middle that time. And thank goodness for Scott Goodwin. Scott ran him down from the defensive end over here on this side. Ran all the way across the field. Of course, I've seen him do that more than once this year. So good job, Scott.
And he's been one of the many standouts on the defensive side of the ball, but the defense is going to have to stiffen a little. They've broken a couple of big runs on their last 2 possessions. 1st and 10 now at the 44 of Henderson. 1:30 on the clock. 7-3 Henderson leads. Power I formation, as has been the case throughout most of the night. Here's the snap. Williams hands it off to Elliott. Up the middle to the 40, and he's stacked up after a gain of about 4.
He cut it back the same way that time. Was going to have something. He thought Jeremy Blanton was there. So was Matt Thigpen.
They're going to go without a huddle.
No huddle. Here we go.
2nd and 4 at the 39. Maybe give them 5s. Make it 2nd and 6 with 1:07 on the clock. Williams under center. Here's the snap. He holds on to it, puts up the pass, and it's completed at the 30. 25, and out at the 24 is Adam Crump. A 15-yard pickup, and that little flare out into the flat to the tight end has worked a number of times.
Yeah, they got all the motion coming one way. You know, all of the everything coming this way, then you come back across the grain. Yeah. Somebody's got to pick that kid up.
They're doing a great job of misdirection. They're doing a really good job of running their offense right now. They've got us fooled right now.
Coach Alexander talking to the referee. They might be picking us.
57 seconds left now. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Man in motion near side. That's Roddy Simpson. I formation now. Williams keeps the ball. Goes far side. Has some room.
Tackling.
And he's tackled at the 14-yard line. And that will be a 10-yard pickup.
Well, we're hitting them. We're just not wrapping them up. That time Charles hit him and hit him really good and fortunately knocked him out of bounds, but he's not wrapping him up. That guy wants to go to the end zone.
Williams, their 2nd leading rusher coming into tonight's game. 1st and 10 now at the 14. He got out of bounds, so the clock stops at 49 seconds. Now they wrap it back up as he must not have gotten out of bounds. I thought he got out of bounds, but the clock starts at 40 seconds now left here first half. 1st and 10, and they're set at the line. Here's the snap, handed to the last man through, A flag on the play, and I think the right side of the Tigers line may have gone before the snap.
I think you're right. I think that's going to be motion on their part right there.
Before the ball ever snapped, he blew his whistle.
1st and 10, and here's the call after that legal procedure, and he'll go against Mount Pleasant and back them up. They've had some penalties at bad times so far here in the first half.
Yes, they have.
Now I'll back it up to the 19. 30 seconds left. They are in field goal territory with Sean Thompson.
You're not kidding, they are. We got to keep out of the end zone.
1st and 15, the clock starts, 23 seconds. Long count, here's the snap at 18 seconds. Williams rolls out near side with the ball. He looks to pass, puts it up to Sean Thompson, and he's dragged out of bounds at the 8-yard line. 11-yard gain, stops the clock at 11 seconds. They have time for at least one more pass
they can
play.
throw one more. Probably throw one in the end zone and take a chance, and then if we don't get it, come back and attempt that field goal.
Another pickoff would be nice.
Well, they ran a flood route that time. They had 3 receivers over here on this side, and the quarterback was sprinting to them, sprinting right and throwing right. They had it set up all they needed.
2nd and 4 at the 8-yard line of the Lions.
Are they going to throw it or are they going to run it?
They're going to throw it.
Power I formation. Let's see if man goes in motion. Here's a snap, and they hand it off. Corwin Elliott tries to break through. He goes to the 5. They run it towards the middle of the field, and now
they're playing for a field
set
goal.
up for the field goal. As time called at 5 seconds as Mount Pleasant takes a timeout.
I'd have had to throw one in the end zone if it had been me.
We'll take a quick timeout. 7-3 Lions lead it on Henderson Lions football.
East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated serves our member customers with the most up-to-date technical equipment available. Also offered are enhanced services such as automatic recall that lets you dial your last caller even if you didn't answer. Automatic callback gets through to busy numbers as soon as they're free. Anonymous call rejection allows you to refuse calls from those who have blocked their numbers from your caller ID. Ask about these and other enhanced services at East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated.
Turning points, those times in our lives that make a dramatic impact. Marriage, divorce, a child's birth, a death. These are just a few of life's turning points. But life's ultimate turning point is where we will spend eternity. I'm Jerry Wilson, pastor of Henderson's First Baptist Church, and I want to invite you to join us Sundays at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. as we discover biblical answers and support for life's turning points.
As we're back here at Henderson Lions Stadium, the Mount Pleasant Tigers threatening to put another field goal up on the board. They trail the Lions 7-3. It will be a 22-yard field goal attempt by Sean Thompson. He already has a 32-yarder, and it was good by plenty of amount. A hold on the play for the Tigers by Bubba Durman. Here's the kick. It's straight, high, and good, and that makes it 7-6 as Sean Thompson celebrates on the far side. That comes with 2 seconds left here in the second quarter of play. Makes it a 7-6 game. We'll take a break on Henderson Lions football.
For your convenience, we offer drive-up banking. As time goes by, it seems that we all just get busier. The drive-up saves time. It's also great when you've got a car full of kids, a dog, and 10 sacks of groceries. Use the drive-up. Looking forward to your future. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Looking forward to your future.
Smith Chevrolet Olds Cadillac features the new 1998 Chevy Cavalier, a best-selling passenger car, now with improved acceleration, electric trip odometer, remote keyless entry, and power door locks. Lumina, Chevrolet's midsize sedan, has improved ride and handling and more standard safety features than any 6-passenger car in its class. The Motor Trend Car of the Year, the Chevy Malibu, now has optional leather seating and 6-way power driver's seat. For details, come by Smith Chevrolet Olds Cadillac, Highway 79 in East Main on the saving side of the street in Henderson.
And back here at Henderson Lions Stadium, 2 seconds left, first half. Now 7-6, the Lions lead it. Lions originally getting on the board in the first quarter on an interception return by Charles Simpson. Now 2 straight field goals by Sean Thompson has made it a 1-point ball game. As the Lions will receive the kick right to left on your radio dial, and it'll be interesting to see if the Tigers even put it in the air, if they squib it along the ground with just 2 seconds left.
Yeah, they are just squib it.
Tigers are fired up over there, guys. And
I'll tell you what,
they really are.
Second quarter belonged to them.
Sean Thompson will kick it off. Tigers really pumped up, gathered around the middle of the field. Now they break out. Back to receive the kick, Brian Brown, Derek Page, and Kenyatta Neal. Neal and Page at the 5-yard line. Brown at the goal line. Here's the kick. Little squibber, and it'll go out of bounds at the 48. And
little onside kick action.
We'll take it right there and
take it right there.
As no clock, of course, runs off.
All they had to do is kick the ball fair to get in a half over. That wasn't very smart.
I don't understand that. Is the Lions will take over.
I'm sure the coach didn't mean for him to kick out of bounds. He wanted to kick it short right to us where we have to recover the football. And
now, do you just down the ball, or do you?
Nah, you go for it.
You try to throw it about the third row where the trombones are down there. You try to hit that third trombone player.
That's what I like to see, but how many times in pro games you just see them take a knee? It's so
pro's
so
not
boring,
nearly exciting as the high
not at
school.
all. So it's 1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 48. They come on the field. Charles Simpson split out near side. Neal and Page in the backfield. Deep coverage for the Tigers. Here's the snap. Stovall back to pass. He has time, puts it up on the near sideline. Simpson makes the catch, goes out of bounds as it's at the 23-yard line. Time runs out as that is a completion of 29 yards, but ends the first half of play. The Lions leading 7-6, and we'll be back with a halftime show in a moment on Henderson Lions football.
Record and watch your favorite games on this RCA 4-head hi-fi stereo VCR. Only $229. Come in now for the RCA kickoff sale at Peterson's Home Furnishings, where quality is the difference.
And back here at Henderson Lions Stadium, the Henderson Lions band ready to take the field. Lions leading it 7-6, a tight contest here tonight. Last of 3 straight home games. Lions go on the road at Atlanta and at Hallsville the next 2 weeks as Lions band ready under the direction of Ronnie Ferguson. Also assistants, Tony Hale, Andrew Furr, Jimmy Yancey, Lynn Cooper, and Tommy Moore. As 300 strong, they take the field, ready to entertain the crowd here tonight. Lions in a tight one. Last week they won easily, 47-0 over A. Maceo Smith. But this Tigers ball club bringing everything that the Lions expected here tonight, and it's going to be an exciting second half. Make sure you stay tuned to the voice of the Lions, KGRI, right here at 99.9 FM. It's band getting set and ready, and they're ready to entertain the crowd. Another great crowd here to support the Lions, as usual, as tradition, as the pom-pom squad takes the field. Lions, after those 2 road games at Atlanta and Hallsville, back here for 2 home games against Carthage and Gilmer. Homecoming is October 24th against Gilmer.
Charles, I want to mention something here.
Yes, sir.
If you look out there in the band, you'll see cheerleaders. You'll see girls that are on our drill team here in just a moment join the band. This is really quite a unique situation. We've got all kinds of our students involved in the band and at the halftime performance. And I might add that October 15th, we'll have our UIL marching contest in Nacogdoches.
Ladies and gentlemen, Henderson High School.
Now we're ready for the Henderson Lions band. Enjoy. Lions lead at 7-6 at halftime.
Cat Scratch Fever.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite tunes.
Yeah. was just an outstanding job by our Lionettes, and I believe I counted 37 strong. Also, our twirlers were out there, and our flag corps, and now we're fixed to have the Henderson Lion Marching Band. I mentioned earlier they're going to march October 15th in Nacogdoches at Stephen F. Austin and UIL Marching Contest. We're looking forward to that, and I'm sure we'll carry that on KGRI. You know, this is an exciting part of the football game, Charlie. We get to come out and watch all of our kids perform and be a part of this. It's things are really exciting in Henderson when you have this many kids involved.
Good job by the drill team, Lionette drill team there, and we've got some excitement out here in the stand, looks like. Hope nobody's hurt.
You know, our Lionettes just keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger, boy, and they're getting better and better, and it really is a thrill to see them.
Had a good crowd now for their drill team spaghetti supper, too. I went up there and participated and had an excellent meal and had a good turnout to back one of our many extracurricular activity groups, the Henderson Independent School District.
job there by the Henderson Lions band under the direction of Ronnie Ferguson. Lions 7, Mount Pleasant 6. We'll be back with more in a little bit here on Henderson Lions football.
We're behind you all the way, Lions, from the classroom to the football field. Best of luck from the law firm of Welburn, Houston, Atkinson, Mann, Sadler, and Hill.
Expecting a special delivery? Then we're expecting you at the birthplace. Henderson Memorial Hospital's new state-of-the-art childbirth and maternity care center. The birthplace offers a warm atmosphere with large, beautifully decorated rooms, the expertise of special physicians, nurses, and staff, and the finest monitoring system available, all to provide high-quality care for moms and newborns. The birthplace at Henderson Memorial Hospital, a special place for your special delivery.
And back here at Henderson Lions Stadium, I'm Charles Witt alongside Bobby Briscoe, Charlie Franklin. We're set to bring you the second half. Good game underway, 7-6, Lions in front. And let's take a quick look as both teams are on the field at the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard, brought to you by Dr. Roger C. Sessions and Dr. Sean M. Figueri. Call 657-1441. Class 4A action, 13 all scores at halftime. Pine Tree 13-6 over Gladewater. Nacogdoches 14, Kilgore 14, Gilmer 14, Pittsburgh nothing. Carthage blowing out Liberty Ilo 28-0. Sulphur Springs 17-0. And Jacksonville still in the second quarter 13-0 over Lindale. Other games, Class 4A, no score yet. Dangerfield at Greenville, Hallsville at Center. Class 3A, next week's opponent, Atlanta. They are tied with Denison at half, 7-7. As that's our next opponent at Atlanta, a long road trip for the Lions next week.
Denison's just number 2 in the state behind Lamarck.
Well,
you know that?
Yeah, we may have our hands full next weekend.
I'm going to act like I didn't hear it, is what I'm going to do.
The key for the second half, Charles, is we've got to rush the football much better. We did not do a good job running the football. We had 26 yards rushing, and you've got to do a lot better than that if you're going to win the football game tonight. So I'm sure that the coaches and the players had a little talk about that and got their assignment straight and said, we're going to run the football and we're going to run it better. And I'm sure that I think we will. What do you think, Bobby?
Charlie, I agree with you. They went in, they talked, they discussed it. Coach Alexander and his staff got things figured out. We'll come back out here, we'll get the ball. Well, I guess we're not going to get the ball at first.
No, we won't get it first.
We'll kick off, and then when we get the ball, we'll take the ball, we'll move it down the field, we'll put a quick score up, and go on to next week.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So you think we'll score the first time we get the ball in?
I think we'll score the first series we have.
I meant the first
Guarantee
series.
he's got it figured out.
As they meet at midfield, of course, Mount Pleasant will get the ball first. They'll receive on the south goal, right to left. Is how it'll go. Finishing up the scores on the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard, Class 3A, Russ 7, Tatum 7 at half. Class 5A, Longview 22-0 over Bryan. Marshall 21, Texas High nothing. Lufkin 21-7 over Jasper. DeSoto now leading Robert E. Lee 21-7. And John Tyler 14, Lamarck 7 at half. Number 1 team in 5A. John Tyler against Lamarck, the number 1 team in 4A. First time ever that has happened in Texas high school football history.
I know there's a lot of excitement out of Lamarck tonight because they've got a real fine football team again. They're playing an awful good football team in John Tyler. And they came up here last year, and I think John Tyler beat them about 28-0, but I felt like it'd be a lot closer this year.
So far it
has been.
As the Tigers make their official appearance on the field, and the Lions awaiting, ready to kick it off as they will be on defense first.
Well, so far they've just turned everything down that we've done. We haven't done a very good job. Our passing game hasn't had very good timing. We've completed a couple of passes, but they were long passes on the sideline there late in the ball game. And we're going to have to mix in a play action pass or two and complete it, and along with a running game in order to get something going here. You just can't take the ball and move it down the field against Mount Pleasant because they play two good defensive techniques to do that.
And we mentioned prior to the game, during pregame, that we thought the kicking game would be big, and so far it has been.
Yes, sir.
2 booming field goals by Sean Thompson, and so far 1 missed field goal. It was a long attempt, 42 yards.
Bobbled the snap.
Bobbled the snap as well, but we thought that would be a
kicking
deciding.
game.
Yes, it
I'll tell you
is.
what, it could come down to a field goal late in the 4th quarter tonight.
Yes, it could. Is Clayton Kirsch will kick off from the 40, left to right on your dial. Dropping back to receive the kick for Mount Pleasant, Roddy Simpson is on the far side. He is also joined by Andre Williams near side, and in the middle is Corwin Elliott. He is about the 2-yard line. Here's the kick by Kirsch. Low one on the ground. Bobbles down to about the 20. 19 is picked up by Simpson. He squirts up to around the 30, and Mount Pleasant will start at the 29-yard line here in the second half, as they wanted to seem like keep it away from Corwin Elliott.
And I saw Scott Goodwin down the field that time. He was in on the initial hit. I really couldn't tell who made the tackle, but I know 33 was in there and made a pretty good pop on him.
As 1st and 10 at the 30 is what they'll mark it as, and that's where Mount Pleasant will start things off.
This is a very important series right here, and I know that's cliche, but it is.
Andre Williams brings them to the line. Power I formation, 2 tight ends. Here's a man in motion, Tony Grant, far side. Here's the handoff as rushing and pushed back to the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 29, but Chris Campbell was met at the line.
Scott Goodwin met him there and said hello, and Jeremy Blanton got there, and so did Jeffrey Holman.
I tell you what, 41 did not have a place to go then, and he's a big, strong back. That's the way you got to get him before he gets going. That was really a good defensive play.
That'll be a loss of 1, 2nd and 11, now at just over the 28-yard line. Just started here, second half, 7-6 Henderson leads it. Power I formation, dotting the I is Campbell. Williams looks over the defense, sends Grant in motion again, right side. Hands it up the middle, and squirting through up to the 34-yard line is Tyrone Evans, his first carry of the night.
Justin Mayfield, our defensive tackle on the right side, that time slid off his, got a hand hold on him, held on, and got a little help there to make the play.
So that's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and about 6, maybe 7. Long 6, let's call it, at the 34-yard line. Tony Grant out of the game for Mount Pleasant. And they break to the line, sending out 1 wide out to the right side. That is Brock Hardman. I formation in the backfield with Campbell there, and also number 22, Tyrone Evans. Here's a snap, and Campbell gets a running start, first down, up to the 42-yard line, a gain of 8.
Well, they had some awfully good blocking inside that time. Created a big old hole off their left tackle and just ran right on up into their secondary, and their secondary had to make the play. Go back to mention what one of the coaches we played earlier said: when your secondary is having to make the tackles, then you're not doing a very good job playing defense.
They blocked their down people, and their linebacker didn't get there then, I tell you.
And if y'all notice, we don't call our secondary very often because they're not having to make the plays. But that time they did.
1st and 10 at the 42. Power I formation, 2 tight ends for Mount Pleasant. In motion is 1 man, Hardman, to the near side. Handed off inside, and going up to the 45-yard line for a gain of 3 is once again Tyrone Evans.
Jeffrey Holman was in there that time making the play.
So that's a short gain. It will make it 2nd down and 7.
They're just trying to hit it in there tight and get a little old seam.
Tony Grant into the game for Mount Pleasant. Clock running at 9:33 here, 3rd quarter. 7-6 to score. It's at the 45-yard line. Williams sends Grant in motion. And here's the snap, handed off to Campbell. He's rocked down. Jeremy Blanton with the big hit. Campbell falls just short of the 45-yard line.
Good play by Blanton that time. He really popped him.
Campbell's a load to bring down.
Anytime you make that guy go backwards, you put a shot on him.
That's going to make it 3rd and 7 as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 8 now as they mark it inside the 35. So they'll, about a loss of a foot maybe, but they'll call it a yard. Tigers send one man out near side. I formation in the backfield. Here's the snap. Williams keeps it, goes far side. He'll keep it, and he's wrapped up. Spins, though, up to the 48-yard line for a gain of 3. Make it 4th and 5, and it looks like they'll have to kick it away.
Little down-the-line option that time, and Pat stayed home. Pat Sanders, the cornerback on the left side, stayed home and made the play. Kept him from getting the first down. Big series.
Big play there. Got to make them kick it away here now. We'll get the football. They kept it a while. Clock running here in the 3rd. 8:10 left.
Dropping back to punt, Adam Crump. He'll kick it at his 35-yard line. 2 back to receive, as back is Charles Simpson and also Brian Brown. The kick is up, and Simpson calls for it at the 24-yard line. A fair catch, and the Lions offensive unit goes on to the field.
All right, Lions, let's go. Let's take that ball and just march it down the field.
So they put it at the 25, 1st and 10, and that first defensive stop, a good one. They got one big gain.
Held them 1 first down. Yeah, good job.
Simpson, after the fair catch, will trot to the sideline. Neal and Page in the backfield. Left side as the wingback is Pat Brown. Stovall settles him at the line. There's a snap. They pitch it back to Page. He'll try to find some room, stacked up, gets over the 25 to the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, and he had to fight for it.
Yeah, and he's running into our back, so he's running into, not to them, he ran into us that time. Jonathan was out in front of him, and our blockers just aren't getting up the field that time. They didn't that time get up the field. He was running into us.
Alan Ayton comes into the game, replacing Pat Brown. 2nd and 7 at the 28 now. Lions break the huddle. Neal and Page, as is customary, in the backfield. Ayton left side, wingback. Terrence Oliver, the tight end. Here's the pitch to Neal. He tries to get outside. Pursued by Sean Thompson. He spins them down, a flag, and Neal getting up and protesting to the sideline referee. And
there's no doubt it was a face mask.
Thompson slung him to the ground.
I just can't believe that guy on the other side standing right there didn't see it.
That could be a 15-yarder if he really wanted to get down to it. He had him pretty good. I don't know what he's going to call.
He tackled high, so it's not unintentional. As the officials will mark it off, and let's see what happens. And they'll give him 5 yards.
Well, we're going to say...
Crowd not liking it one bit, as it's marked at the 37-yard line.
I just figured out this crew's from Mount Pleasant. Woo! Like to jerked his head off.
Yep. That looked like it should have been a 15-yarder. 1st and 10 now. Lions break out. Right side wing back. Looks like Alan Ayton. They set down. Here's the snap. And it's misdirection in the backfield. Page is stumbling up to the 40, and if he would have kept his feet, he could have run all day, it looked like.
He came close to breaking loose.
Like to pop that.
Good play. Good first down play.
They're going to
take that 3.5 yards.
His knee went down just inside the 40. So 2nd and 7. Pat Brown brings into play. Goes right side as the wingback. 6:23 left, 3rd quarter. Henderson 7-6. Trying to mount a drive. Here's the snap. Pitched outside the Neal. Lead blockers Page. Turns it up inside. Hard yards up to the 45. A gain of 5, and it's going to be 3rd and short.
Well, you won't find 2 better football players than 9 and 41. I tell you, on defense, they're 2 good ones.
Yeah, and we got good blocks on them.
I mean.
We got good blocks on them, and they still got up and got in on the play. Need about 1 yard for the first.
And that will make it, like Bobby just said, 3rd and short at the 45-yard line. Lions come out of their huddle. 5:42 on the clock. They're set. Here's the snap. Handed to Page, and he busts it up the middle on the right side. Gets up to the 50 and a first down.
Give it that power back.
Give it to, that big old power back. Ran it right off the right guard's tail at that time.
Good job, offensive lineman there, I tell you, Bobby. That offensive line did a great job.
5'5", 155, all by eating spinach, it looked like right there. First and 10 over the 50-yard line, just inside Mount Pleasant territory. There's the snap. Stovall hands it to Page up the middle. Keeps his feet.
Oh.
There's a flag, and that's right in the middle. Maybe holding as Page gets up to the 43-yard line. Another good job of running by Bo Page.
You can bet your house on that. He's going to call a hold if he throws it right there.
You know, you could call holding every play if you wanted to, and I believe they have.
Coach Alexander out to give the play to Jonathan Stovall. Hands on his hips.
Well, I'll tell you what, Grant Veneto pulled that time, and he led up the hole and got a good block.
That ball back at the 41-yard line. Holding against Henderson as they now have 6 penalties on the night.
That hurt. Anytime you have a tough time running the football and you get a good running play and you get a holding penalty, it just makes it tough. Well, what we're going to have to do is, is throw the football now. He was hoping not to have to throw it until he really had to, but now we're going to have to.
First and 20 at the 41. 5 minutes left, third quarter. Here's the snap. Pitch back to Page. He goes left side, gets up to the 45. Make it 2nd and 15. As Page looks like he has some momentum going, and that's who Coach Alexander's sticking with right now.
Yeah, he's going with the one that's got the hot hand right now. He's running Bo.
Alan Aiden comes out of the game. Pat Brown in.
4 minutes and 30 seconds here in the third quarter still. Second and long.
2nd and 15 at the 45. The snap, misdirection to Brown. He goes left side up to the 50, over the 50 to the 49, a gain of 6. And that'll make it 3rd and long for the Lions. Back almost just past the original line of scrimmage.
Wing back counter that time. Pat Brown got the ball and got some good yardage, running tough up in there. Now it's 3rd and long.
That's really what you need to do against this Mount Pleasant defense. You got to throw them off. Kenneth Williams into the game, and remember,
who do you think we're going to throw to, Charlie?
Now remember a couple of weeks ago he had some big receptions for touchdowns. 3rd and 10 at the 49-yard line. Lions come to the line, looking to keep the drive alive. Williams right side wingback. Stovall drops back to pass. Looking for Williams. He's going to keep the ball now, and he's dragged down at the 49. Closing quickly was number 7, Prince Peters. And
good defensive coverage there.
Coverage.
They covered it real well. Nothing to throw to, so Jonathan tried to get on his own and just didn't have enough foot speed to beat him outside. Good defensive play.
All right, Shannon.
They'll give him a gain of 1, and Shannon Cox will punt it away.
All right, Doug Gibbons, let's get a good snap, bud.
Yeah, let's keep his kicking game intact because it's going to be a big part of the rest of this ball game.
Roddy Simpson at the 15-yard line to receive. Here's the snap. Goes to the near side. Cox gets it away. Received at the 16 by Simpson. Up the middle, and he's sandwiched at the 25-yard line.
Shane Ballinger, Alfredo Gonzalez, and Doug Gibbons. That's a way to get down the field. Them big old linemen are getting down that field.
Hustling. You like to see
Travis Adams also, number 14, was down
I didn't see Travis. I'm sorry, Travis.
1st and 10, and there's 2:53 left on the clock. Of course, all this great action you can see this week.
Sure can. Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday night.
Well, this is really a defensive ball game, I tell you.
Yeah, it's...
That penalty hurt us there. We had a little drive going, and holding penalty
kind of killed the momentum.
Couldn't overcome it.
Tigers send out one man near side as a split end. That is Tony Grant. I formation backfield, 2 tight ends. There's a snap. Williams hands it to the first man through. He storms up to the 30-yard line. Brought down by 2. Lions is on the carry there for Mount Pleasant was number 40. His first carry, Brandon Griffin.
Jeffrey Holman and Scott Goodwin in on the play.
They're starting to rotate a lot of backs in there. And Coach McMillan mentioned that in our pregame show. A lot of these guys two-way players, and he's starting to rotate them in. Wide to the far side as a split end. Lee Etheridge I formation again in the backfield. 2nd and 5 for Mount Pleasant. Snap. Williams hands it to the first man through. Flag. Looks like holding is where the flag is thrown in that area. Brandon Griffin with the call again. And it looked like the same area where the Lions got called for holding on their previous possession.
Charlie, how are they blocking that in the middle? Did you see? Are they running a little bitty trap?
I think they're
just
running
a little fold trap.
I think it's a veer block.
Do you think they're veer blocking it? You're talking about the tackle coming down on the middle linebacker?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to watch.
I was about to ask you guys to break that down, but you
I hadn't really watched it, but it looked like, I would think it's where they're blocking.
What a fold is would mean the center blocks off on the backside defensive tackle, and the guard just actually traps or folds around and picks up a middle linebacker. Base blocking on one side, and they're trap blocking on the other. Or it could be a veer, like he said.
Ball's marked at the 20. 2nd and 15 as we're under 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Power I formation for Mount Pleasant. Here's the snap. Williams rolls out the pass, puts it up quickly, and it's intercepted at the 33. Simpson with it. He goes down the far sideline, brought down at the 7-yard line. His 2nd interception of the night. A big one, almost on an identical play as the first interception.
They're trying to throw over the guy that can jump that high is a mistake now, and Shane Ballinger that time went in and introduced himself to their quarterback.
Simpson almost took it in again, stopped at the 6-yard line, it looks like, and that's where Henderson takes over.
Great job, Charles Simpson. Also,
get up in the air.
Shane made him throw that ball before he wanted to, I guarantee you.
He put a shot on him.
1st and goal to go at the 6. 1:36 left third quarter. Here's the snap. Page up the middle. Met, and he gets through up to about maybe the 2-yard line, 3-yard line. Tough running again by Bo Page, and he picks up at least 3, it looks like, on the carry.
Right up the middle. I bet you Tommy heard that shot Shane put on the quarterback end. Tommy, did you hear that shot? I see
He's
Tommy
right
looking.
there. Has a 2nd and goal to go at the 3. Lions bring it up to the line. 1:07 on the clock. Page and Neal in the backfield. There's movement in the backfield. No, there's a late flag. Neal goes around the outside in for the touchdown, but it's going to go against Henderson.
Bring it back. A little bit anxious.
Page just fell out of his stance, and he is hands on his hips at the 17-yard line. He knows it.
Sad part about it is he almost didn't call it.
Yeah, it was almost late bringing the flag out, but Henderson will have that touchdown run by Neal brought back. Stops the clock at 58 seconds, and they'll bring the ball back to the 7-yard line. So, Lions have to recover from another timely penalty.
Mental mistake. Mental mistakes hurt you inside the 10 real bad. Let's see if we can overcome it.
2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. Stovall brings his team to the huddle. Kenneth Williams, right side wingback. Neal and Page in the backfield. Here's the snap. Pitched out to Neal. He cuts inside, has some room. Go to the goal line, just short of a touchdown. Brought down at the goal line, just 1 foot line, it looks like.
He was hunting end zone, wasn't he?
He was hunting end zone.
7-yard pickup by Neal. And
good run.
Good blocking.
Yes.
And a good, tough run. He was running south.
Chad McCrae's the center. Javis Wright's the guard.
Alan Ayton into the game. Simpson left side is the tight end. Crowd to its feet. 3rd and goal to go at the 1. Here's the snap. Page with a carry through the middle, and he's brought back.
No signal yet.
No signal, and he was stuffed by Mount Pleasant, and now it's going to be 4th and goal, and do you take 3 or do you go for it?
You go for it.
Looks like you go for it.
You got to go for it that close.
I'm not going to guess what he's going to do, but I guarantee you he's thinking right now.
Big play. Biggest play of this game so far. Timeout
he's
called.
He's going to let the clock run out.
And clock runs out as actually time run out here in the third quarter. Lions lead it 7-6, threatening to score on Henderson Lions football.
East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated wants our member customers to know about enhanced services that are now offered. With the call waiting service, you can receive an alert of incoming calls while you are already engaged in conversation. Call forwarding transfers incoming calls to another number. The caller ID feature lets you see who's calling before you answer the phone. Contact East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated for more information on enhanced services.
Turning points, those times in our lives that make a dramatic impact. Marriage, divorce, a child's birth, a death. These are just a few of life's turning points. But life's ultimate turning point is where we will spend eternity. I'm Jerry Wilson, pastor of Henderson's First Baptist Church, and I want to invite you to join us Sundays at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. as we discover biblical answers and support for life's turning points.
And back here at the stadium, 7-6, we go to the fourth quarter. Lions 4th and 1 to go at the goal line of Mount Pleasant. Let's see this crowd rise to its feet. Biggest play of the game as the Lions try to take a lead here heading into the fourth quarter of play. Dennis Alexander really pumping up the team on the sideline during the break in between the quarters. Here we go. Lions to the line, crowd up, cheering. Page and Neal in the backfield. Allen Ayton right side as the wingback. Line set. Here's the snap. Handed to Page through the middle, touchdown! Page punches it through, and the Lions are on the board. Big score there. And that's the way to start off this last quarter of play.
First score from scrimmage for either team in a long time coming, but it was a big one, 4th and short, and Jeffrey Holman and Kenyatta Neal led right behind the big lineman there, and Bo Page followed him into the end zone.
Clayton Kirsch on to attempt the extra point, the hold by Pat Brown.
Big point.
Yes, it is. There's the snap, ball down, kick up and through. Yes, it's good.
And now flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play, and let's see what happens.
Hopefully they were offside. They had some people coming. I don't know.
Yes, they did. They put a lot of pressure on that kick. There's the call.
That's what it is, Charles.
Offsides, and the extra point remains.
We're gonna take the point, I think.
I'd imagine so. No official call yet. So that would make it an 8-point game at this point. As
they've already given the signal, they're going to decline the penalty.
They will decline, and that will make it 14-6. Lions lead it on the extra point by Clayton Kirsch here on Henderson Lions football.
There was a time when the automatic teller machine was new. Some people were leery of it. Sure hope that thing doesn't eat my money. With time, the ATM achieved worldwide acceptance. Couldn't get along without my ATM card. Banking should be convenient. Use your ATM card. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
Looking forward to your future.
Lions now up by 8 as we head into the fourth quarter of play. The Lions scoring on the first play from scrimmage here in the fourth quarter. A 1-yard touchdown run by Derek Page. Extra point by Clayton Kirsch. An important point makes it 14-6. Lions kicking it off right to left. Kirsch doing the duties, and 3 back to receive for Mount Pleasant. Corwin Elliott, Andre Williams, and Roddy Simpson.
A lot of football left, though, here. The entire fourth quarter, and Mount Pleasant came to play. They're tough, so the Lions cannot let up any because they can come back. So let's see if our defense continues to take charge. They took over again. Defense has named the game so far.
There's a booming kick by Kirsch, taken at the 2-yard line by Simpson. Right up the near side with a little blocking. Cuts inside, outside, back inside, and he's finally brought down at the 33-yard line. A 30-yard return by him, and He had some blocking, a little rough stuff there, separating Mount Pleasant player, and he's fighting with one of his players, number 78, Cody Cathcart.
They'll throw a flag on him. He was pushing, hitting late there.
I'm going to tell you what, that time Kenneth Williams was hustling downfield, and he wasn't paying any attention, and he got blindsided. And bless his heart, I don't see how he got up. He got hit so hard.
Oh, that's a good return, I tell you.
They did kick him out, though. Boy, whoever was blocking on him hit him.
Yeah, we kicked that ball about 2-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good kick by Clayton.
And we ran it back to the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33. Mount Pleasant breaks out. Power I formation for them. 2 tight ends. They're set at the line. Lions stacking the line. Man in motion, Grant to the far side. Here's Williams, keeping a hold of it, puts it up in the air. Grant with the reception at the 40. At the 50 now, and he's brought down at the 47-yard line. That is a 20-yard gain.
Boy,
once again, it's that man in motion or the tight end going into the flat.
That was the man in motion that time, right out in the flat. We just didn't pick him up.
Just a quick 2-step drop by their quarterback, Andre Williams.
He's throwing the ball right on the button, too.
1st and 10 inside Henderson territory at the 47-yard line. Clock running at 11:34 here in the 4th quarter. Power I formation again. Grant in motion again. Far side. Here's the snap. Williams pitches it out to Campbell. He has some room in the outside, cuts back inside, gets to the 41, a 6-yard gain. Looked like he should have kept on going outside.
Yeah, it did. We had a bunch of lions out there, but he should have, he made an awfully good run to get out there, but, we had several there to make the tackle of. We're just not hustling right now. We're just not playing good heads-up defense right now, and it's creating a problem for us.
2nd down, and it's marked at the 40-yard line. So that is a 2nd and 2 situation. Lions laid out of their defensive huddle. Williams under center for Mount Pleasant. Man in motion to the near side. Roddy Simpson, as Williams keeps it left side, has some room to the outside, up to the 25-20, and he's caught from behind up to the 18-yard line. Yes, he just did a quick little keeper and had plenty of room.
What he did, Charles, he just took the ball and stepped back, and when he did, all the motion was on the right side, their offensive right side, and all of our defensive players ran off except the end, and then the quarterback just cut it off their left side tackle. And a big old huge seam created there, and our end has to stay out there in case it's a reverse. Big hole, our linebacker just literally ran off that time.
1st and 10 at the 17. In motion to the far side is Hardman. Williams hands it off to Campbell. He's met in the backfield, staying on his feet, but he's caught now at the 19, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Ooh, we needed that big play right there, but we sure did need to wrap him up and take him down instead of letting him run around back there.
It seems like, as there's now a timeout, a player down on the field, and we'll have a timeout. 14-6, Henderson leads it. 10:05 left here in the 4th quarter on Henderson Lions football.
You probably think that a brick is a brick is a brick. We think Boral bricks are better. The plain ones, the fancy ones, and about any color you can imagine. But why do we make so many different kinds of brick? Because we know that a house is not a house, is not a house. Call 1-800-5-BORAL-5 to receive a free brochure and the location of the showroom nearest you. Boral Bricks, a solid decision to build your dreams on.
Pleasant comes to the line, 2nd and 10 at the 17. I formation in the backfield, wing back this time, Hardman right side, 2 tight ends. Here's a snap, Williams keeps it up the middle. He squirms, turns, and gets up to the 14, and that will be a 3-yard gain, and make it 3rd or 2nd down. As Jeremy Blanton into the game for Henderson, Joe Powell out of the game.
If that was 2nd down, it's going to be 3rd and about 7 now.
3rd and 7 at the 14. A huge play here.
I've called for that dadgum fumble once tonight and didn't get it. I'm going to call for that fumble again right now.
I'd settle just for a...
They're going to throw the football. We've got to get to the quarterback, I tell you.
Power I formation. Grant in the backfield. Look for him to go in motion. 2 tight ends. Crump to the right side. Grant in motion near side. Here's the snap. Williams keeps it. Rolls out near the far side. And there's a flag right away.
Well, they jumped before the ball was snapped. I don't like that rule. You know, they're going to get a free play right here. Going to be a 5-yard penalty, but it's going to be still third down. And we stopped them. I think that rule should be changed. You penalize the defense for making a play.
Give them a chance to
go ahead and run the play and take your option.
Yeah, and then get your options.
So many times you see that, and then the offense has a bad play. You know.
Yeah.
Ball marked off to the 19-yard line. Still third down, as Charlie mentioned.
Brett Mitchell was on the field that time, that last play. I didn't even see him go in.
3rd and 13. 9:01 left here in the ball game. Brian Brown back into the game for Henderson. Tigers come to the line, splitting 2 out. To the left side goes Brock Hardman. To the right side, Sean Thompson. I formation in the backfield. First time we've seen this formation. Here's the snap. Williams collides in the backfield with Campbell. Ooh. Campbell with the carry to the 14-yard line, a 5-yard pickup. He got nailed by his own player.
Charlie, they've got to score twice to beat us. They're gonna have to kick it right here. They've got to score twice anyway.
4th down, and that's going to be marked at the 14, so about 8 yards to go.
Yeah, they're going for the field goal.
They bring in that unit. 14-6 to score. Clock running at 8 minutes now here in the 4th quarter. They've already had 2 field goals in this game. Sean Thompson now trying to convert a 32-yarder. He's already had a 32-yarder and a 22-yarder. Snap is down, it's low. Thompson picks it up, tries to run with it. As he cuts inside, and he's brought down at the 18. A low snap and a big play. Special teams making a difference again.
Big play.
That's one time when playing too close to the vest didn't pay off for him because he's playing for the field goal all the way on 3rd and long and running the ball.
Yep.
Bad snap by Nathan Grundy, and it couldn't be handled by their holder.
We need to run about 7 minutes and 43 seconds off the clock right now.
1st and 10 for the Lions at their 17. Going right to left on your radio dial. 7:43 left on the clock. Stovall with the snap, hands it to Page. Stacked up in the middle, tries to get outside, but he's wrapped up at the 16-yard line by one of the linebackers, it looked like, for...
There's nothing inside in both, so I think I'll try to go outside, and by the time he started outside, somebody bulldogged him and just covered him up.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Allen Ayton into the game.
They're stopping our running game real well, I tell you. It's just amazing how well they've done against our running game.
Javis Wright out of the game along with Pat Brown. Lions set at the line. It's Stovall settles under center. Here's a snap pitched out to Neal. He tries to get outside, cuts inside, and is stacked up at the 18-yard line, a gain of 2. That will make it 3rd and 9, and their pursuit is just...
They're awfully quick.
Yeah.
Awfully good. Their linebackers are as good as we'll face, I believe. Their defensive ends are doing a good job.
Yeah, their defensive ends, Chris Campbell and Prince Peters. Their linebackers, Luke Anderson and Tony Grant.
Well, you don't want to have to throw the football with 6.5 minutes to go, 8-point lead. But I tell you what, Coach Alexander has done some things like this before. Let's see if he does.
3rd and 9. Lions ready. Page and Neal in the backfield. Right side is the wingback. Here's the snap. Pitched out to Neal. Cuts inside. He'll get over to the 23-yard line. A 5-yard pickup. Make it 4th and short, and they'll have to kick it away.
Well, I'm glad to see him go for the running game and run the clock and let our defense try to win this football game. So far, our defense has won it for us. You know, we got the lead, 14 points. Both of them set up on interceptions, and so we're going to kick it away and hope our defense can do it again.
Roddy Simpson drops back at the 40 of Mount Pleasant to receive the kick by Shannon Cox. We'll bring you a scoreboard update in a moment by Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic. Lots of scores to report to you. A lot of great games around the area and around the state. Here's the snap. It's low. Cox picks it up, gets the punt away. High one, end over end, drops at the 50. And
Get the
it's
ball.
covered at the 46. And it looked like a Mount Pleasant player came in late, but he covered it. And that's where the Tigers will take over.
Oh, we got a bad
We got a break, bad break that time.
Taking a look at the scoreboard now. Class 4A, Carthage 40-0 over Liberty Ilo in the fourth quarter. Kilgore 21, Nacogdoches 14 in the third quarter. Sulphur Springs still shutting out Corsicana 23-0 in the fourth quarter of play.
Good job, Shannon Cox, to field that ball
Yes,
on the
it
second
was.
hop. I tell you, that scared me there.
Charlie, look at this score.
Class
Atlanta.
3A, Atlanta 30, Denison 15 in the third quarter.
My goodness, my goodness.
Big upset in the making there. First and 10 at the 46 of their own territory for Mount Pleasant. Split out near side is Tony Grant. I formation in the backfield. There's the snap, and it's handed. First man through, breaking through and all the way. He's going to go in for the score. A big run there by number 40, Brandon Griffin. He goes a total of 54 yards for the score. Huge run there, and that makes it a 14-12 score.
Popped that sucker right up the middle.
Where is
Never
our secondary?
looked back. Popped it right in the middle.
Our secondary never laid a hand on him.
Biggest play of the game yardage-wise, as Brandon Griffin makes it. That is his first score of the year.
And they're going to go for
They
two.
got a chance to tie
two,
here.
yes. They will go for two to tie up the game. They come to the line. Big play here. Power I formation. Two tight ends. Man in motion, Grant near side. Here's the snap. Williams trying to run with it. He's dragged from behind. Jeremy Bladden with the play, and now we'll keep it a 2-point cushion right now for the Lions.
Big play.
Big play. Derek McGee was in on the play too. He was out there. He had him in his sights.
Brandon
Got a piece of him. Good job, Jeremy. Good job, Derek.
It's 14-12. 5:16 left in the game.
A lot of football
take a break.
left.
Yes, a lot of football left, and we'll be back in a moment on Henderson Lions football.
Henderson Tire has the largest selection of Cooper tires at the guaranteed lowest prices in Rusk County. They also provide full mechanic services. Henderson Tire features 90 days same as cash on all our products and services, as well as 6-month and 12-month same as cash. We also guarantee the lowest prices. As always, we offer free pickup and delivery, and most tire installations are in and out in 45 minutes. At Henderson Tire, there's no appointment necessary. Come by any time for great service. Henderson Tire, 205 South Marshall in the old Montgomery Wards building.
14-12 the score as Mount Pleasant kicks it off left to right to the Lions. Brian Brown back to receive at the goal line. Page and Neal at the 10.
The Lions are set in case the onside kick. We've got some people up there looking for the onside kick. I don't think it will with 5 minutes, but you've got to be ready for it. Where their defense is playing, I think they're going to try to kick us deep and make us, punt back to them quickly, but you've got to be ready for it. I think there's maybe 2 minutes to play in the ball game, they would, but I think with 5 minutes, I really think they're going to kick it deep, but I hope they do onside it. But I'm afraid they're going to kick it down there in the end zone.
All the Mount Pleasant players kind of dancing around at midfield. They're fired up. They have done that before and then split out for the regular kick. Sean Thompson will kick it away. It's Brown at the goal line, but Page and Neal scooting up to the 20-yard line is where Page is. Neal at the 16, Brown at the 5-yard line now. As we have a delay here, we'll finish up the look at the Dogwood Orthopedic scoreboard. Finishing up 4A scores, Pine Tree 13-6 over Gladewater in the fourth quarter. Gilmore shutting out Pittsburgh 14-0 in the third quarter. As also Jacksonville 19-0 over Lindale in the third quarter of play. One other 3A score, Tatum 19, Russ 13 in the fourth quarter of play. As now Mount Pleasant splits out. Looks like they'll kick it away. As here we are, here's the kick by Thompson. Boomer as it goes to the 20, picked up by Page. He cuts it inside, goes up the sideline to the 30, and he'll drop down at the 32-yard line. And that's where Henderson takes over with 5:09 left in the game. 14-12 the score, Lions in front.
We need a couple of first downs real bad here.
Yeah, we need.
And they've been hard to come by. How are we doing on first downs this half?
There hasn't been too many of them as Jonathan Stovall takes the
We've
field.
had 3. Okay. We need 2 more right here. Before
Lions to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 32. Page and Neal in the backfield, left side wing back. Here's the snap. Handed up the middle to Page. He's stacked up quickly. Maybe gets 1 yard.
Running little counter right up the middle. Right up the gut.
That gets the clock in motion. As the band fires up as well. Tight game. Tightest game of the year.
Inside of 5 minutes now.
Lions looking to the clock as their friend right now, up by 2. They bring it to the line. Kenneth Williams into the game, right side as the wingback. Here's the snap. Stovall hands it to Williams. Reverse. He gets outside to the 35, slips, and goes down at the 36-yard line, maybe the 37. A pickup of 5 on the play.
Little reverse.
The reason we need a first down so bad is that if we have to kick down here, you know, in our end of the field, well, they're a good field goal kicker. 3 points wins the football game.
3 points will win it.
And you want to get that football to them down there deep and make them earn some first downs themselves and not give it to them inside the 50.
This is
so
a
this is a big play right here. I look for us to throw it, maybe.
3rd down. It's at the 36-yard line. Stacked at the line. Stovall pitches it to Neal. He cuts it inside, gets nowhere, as he is held
Just
for
nothing
no
doing.
gain. Chris Campbell looks like he made the tackle. And that's going to make it 4th and long.
We got to kick it back to them. Let's get a good snap now, Doug, and good sure hand, Shannon. Let's go down there and don't give me anything cheap.
Nope. As the clock continues to run at 3:25. Lions break out of the huddle. They have 22 seconds to get off this play. Do you take as many seconds off as possible, or you just kick it away?
I don't think that's
There's
a
the
factor
snap.
right
It's
now.
a good one. Kick is up, high. Roddy Simpson at the 31 takes it, goes up the middle, and he's brought down at the 40, over the 40 to the 41, and that's where Mount Pleasant has it with 3:04 left in this ball game.
Brett Mitchell and Jeffrey Holman on the tackle that time.
Time to stiffen up.
Good snap and good kick there. That's about as good as you can ask for right there in this situation. It puts it back in the hands of our defense. Well, a lot of football left with 3 minutes and 4 seconds. We just got to play good, tough defense and don't give me anything big, because if they get a big play, they're definitely a field goal range.
1st and 10 as the Tigers come to the line. Power I formation with 2 tight ends. Williams crouched under center. Man in motion to the near side is Hardman. Here's the snap. Handed to, now it's held and passed to the 44. Catching the ball is Brock Hardman. A completion of 3 on the play. Williams with a good job of hiding the ball.
Little flood route out here in the flat.
Gonna make it 2nd and 7.
Tight end running about 12 or 15 yards and out, and that back was running about 3 yards and out, 4 yards and out.
Give him a gain of 4, make it 2nd and 6.
Little quarterback just kind of drops back and kind of sets this way.
Lee Etheridge split out to the near side. I formation backfield. 2 tight end formation at the line. Here's the snap. Handed to the first man through, and he fumbles it. It's on the ground.
We got it.
And Jeremy Blanton with a recovery at the 37-yard line. Having a hard time holding on to the ball was Tyrone Evans, and that's the play of the game.
I guarantee you, we caused that one.
It's not the play of the game for Mount Pleasant, but it is for Henderson. I'll promise you.
Big
My
play.
word.
We created that fumble, too.
I'm telling you, there was some shots thrown in there. I saw 33 throwing a shot. I guarantee you Scott Goodwin was in there.
3rd fumble of the night for Mount Pleasant, the 2nd one they've lost.
We may just score right here.
I'd be content just to run the time off.
That's the play they scored on a while ago. That was just a fullback over left guard. That's the one they scored on, but we were ready for it then.
Total of 4 turnovers for Mount Pleasant, and that's cost them so far in this game. 2:17 left. Lions taking over at the 37 of Mount Pleasant. There's the snap, pitch back to Neal. He goes up the middle, put two hands on it, and he's brought down by Campbell, and a quick timeout call. That will stop the clock at 2:08. 14-12 Henderson leading, and we'll take a break on Henderson Lions football.
Have you seen the TV ads for the MasterCard debit card? We have it at Citizens National Bank, and it's called Master Money, and it's free. I'm Milton McGee, president of Citizens National Bank. Call Susan Hand at 657-8521 for your application. Remember, there are no fees, and it can also be used as your ATM card. Citizens National Bank is a member of FDIC.
Back at the stadium, 2:08 left in the game. Henderson 2nd and 10 after taking over on a big fumble by Mount Pleasant. They're at the 37 of the Tigers, leading 14-12 and trying to win their 4th of the year. Trying to run out that clock. They bring it to the line. Page and Neal in the backfield along with Allen Ayton, the wingback. Oh, that's Pat Brown. Here's a flip to Neal outside. He gets a good charge going, and he gets up to the 33, a 4-yard gain.
They're calling another timeout over there.
Good play.
Good play.
We're going to keep it here this time as we'll finish up the scores on the Dogwood Orthopedic scoreboard. Of course, the update brought to you by Dogwood Orthopedic, Dr. Roger C. Sessions, Dr. Sean M. Fagari, specializing in sports medicine, arthroscopic surgery, total joint replacement, orthopedic medicine and surgery. They're located at 612 North High, Suite A, or call 657-1441. Class 5A, Longview shutting out Bryan 22-0 in the 3rd quarter. Marshall shutting out Texas High 21-0, also in the 3rd. Also in the 3rd, Lufkin 21-13 over Jasper. DeSoto 27, Robert E. Lee 21. Now in the 4th quarter of play. And the battle of number 1s. John Tyler 14, Lamarck 7 in the 3rd quarter. John Tyler number 1 in the state in 5A. Lamarck number 1 in 4A. The first time that's ever happened in Texas high school football history. And Lamarck fans down on the Bay are seeing a good one.
You're not kidding.
And of course, there's another, see, this is where you guys are going to help me. Their rival team in their same city played last night. As that is Texas City, I think. Is that the name of it?
Texas City.
And so the whole county is out to see that ball game. Big crowd here tonight. 1:59 left in the game. 3rd and 5 at the 33, and the whole line, a bunch of flags, a bunch of mess, and the Lions not set on that play.
That's going to be 3rd and 10.
Yes. Legal procedure, and now we'll back up the Lions. And I tell you, there's going to be some hard drills in practice this week before we go up and play Atlanta. Atlanta upsetting right now Denison 30-15. Denison, the number 2 team.
You know, Atlanta beat them last year. Remember, Bobby?
Yeah.
Big upset.
I do.
They got their number.
Now 3rd and 10 at the 38.
It'll be an interesting call right here.
Still 1:59 on the clock. 14-12. Henderson with the lead. Here's the snap. Pitched out to Neal. Tries to get around the corner. Brought down from behind by Campbell
41.
at the 45. And Campbell, what pursuit.
Oh, that sucker can play.
Man, oh, man.
He can run. We had good blocking out here. We went an end over that time. We had good blocking. We actually had him outmanned out here, and he ran us down.
Another timeout.
And you just don't run Kenyatta down very often.
And that's the last timeout for Mount Pleasant, if I'm not mistaken.
That's 3.
Yes. So they have no more. It's going to be 4th down. And you would say about 7 for Henderson. 14-12 the score, and really you need this play. You don't really, I mean, with that field goal kicker, Sean Thompson.
I think the down box man over there went to sleep. He's got 2nd down.
He may be a rookie.
And it's 4th down.
4th down and 8 to go.
Or either that or he's just hoping.
They're going to bring out
fool him.
Shannon Cox.
Yeah, we're not going to take a chance on anything. We're just going to pooch that ball down there, try to kill it inside the 20. Some people say, won't you try the field goal? Well, if you get one blocked and run back on it, you lose the football game.
If we're up by 30, we try the field goal, maybe. No, if we're up by
more than
by 20, we try the field goal.
Yeah.
They are bringing everybody on this play for Mount Pleasant. Here's the snap, and the kick is away. A light rush.
Good job. Get down there.
And it's kicked down, rolling to the 5, and that's where it's going to stop at the 6. A great punt.
Good job.
By
Way to go,
Cox.
Shannon. Good kick.
Just like you said, a little pooch kick, and they're going to have to go 90, well, probably about 60 yards at least to have an opportunity at a field goal attempt with 1:38 left in the game and no timeouts. So they're going to have to put the ball in the air.
You got them where you want them right now. You just got to hold them there.
Yep. Got to be something really, really big happen right here.
Secondary's going to have to strap on their helmets a little bit tighter and be alert here.
Don't let anybody get behind you.
Not at all. Tigers bring it to the line. Grant out near side as a split end. 1st and 10 at the 5-yard line. I formation. Williams under center. Long count. Here's the snap. Williams keeps it. Goes left side and looked like Henderson was expecting that play. They're on top of it quickly. A 4-yard, maybe 5-yard gain by Williams.
They didn't fool old Caleb Hall that time.
We'll give them all the 4 and 5 they want, won't we?
Yep.
Oh, Caleb.
Clock running.
He stepped in there and made a good tackle.
Clock running at 1:20. No huddle, of course, for Mount Pleasant. Grant still split out to the near side. I formation. 2 tight ends. Snap. Williams fakes the handoff, puts it up. And it's, in and out of the hands of Pat Sanders at the 28. He had a good chance at ending that ball game right there.
And Pat knows it, and bless his heart, he said, what in the world did I do? Put his hand on his helmet, look at him. Oh, Pat, it's all right, buddy.
They had that well covered. They looked like right away Williams was looking for Grant, and the secondary was all over. It makes it 3rd down and 6 at the 10. 1:05 now left in the game. As we'll bring you an update on a score, a final. Nacogdoches with a big upset over Kilgore. Here's the snap, and a fake handoff. Williams brings it down. He's sacked in the backfield. In on the play, a number of players. Terrence Oliver and also Caleb Hall.
Shane Ballinger was putting pressure on him, and he had to bring the ball down and run, and when he did, Caleb Hall was standing there ready to make the big tackle.
Big upset. Nacogdoches 24-21 over Kilgore. That's a final.
That's a good ball game. Real good ball game.
Nacogdoches putting together a good season.
Who'd they beat last week?
Carthage.
They did.
4th and 6 at the 8-yard line after the sack. 25 seconds left in the game. 2 wideouts. Sean Thompson near side.
Stay back, Brian.
Brock Hardman far side. I formation. Crowd rises up. Here's the snap. Williams drives back to pass. Puts it up far side to Hardman. He's open at the 50. And he drops the ball. Fumble. And Henderson
we get the ball.
recovers. He caught that ball, and thank goodness he dropped it.
Boy, he got behind us.
You hate to see that happen.
Oh, my. That was almost a late game mistake, but Henderson recovers their 3rd fumble of the night, and they take over with 6 seconds left in the game at the 42-yard line. And that will finish things up. Just put a knee to the ground.
Well, we've done a few things tonight we can definitely work on next week, and I guarantee we will work on it.
Charlie, and we were playing I don't want to call it a prevent type defense, and Derek was in pretty good shape, but I just didn't see any overlap.
I didn't see any safety at all over there.
Derek was in good shape. I'm glad Derek hit him and knocked the ball out of his hand.
Lions to the line. Stovall will just down it and end this game. Here's the snap. He puts it down, and that finishes off. The Lions hold on tonight and win it 14-12. They're 4-0 on the season. Mount Pleasant with their 4th straight loss to start the year, and all of them have been close ball games. We'll come back with the postgame in a moment on Henderson Lions football.
Peterson's Home Furnishings is having an RCA kickoff sale. Watch the Henderson Lions and your favorite college and pro teams this football season on a new RCA TV. This RCA 46-inch big screen TV has picture-in-picture, SRS surround stereo sound, and digital focus, only $14.99. Now there's no more endless channel searching with the all-new TV Guide Plus feature. Get 6 months, same as cash, on 27 to 61-inch models. Like this 27-inch home theater stereo TV, just $599. Record and watch your favorite games on this RCA 4-head hi-fi stereo VCR, only $229. Come in now for the RCA kickoff sale at Peterson's Home Furnishings, where quality is the difference.